It is Saturday, September 2nd. By the time this is public, it'll be Labor Day 2023 or September 4th. I would like to...
Please, I got a problem with camera 3.
I need a Google Metric strap on.
Okay, Woody, can you run in on that one?
You saying Google Metric or Google Metric?
Cookie, I'm gonna need some contestant names.
Got it.
Okay, welcome to the big show. I need to do a sound check. Nate.
Yeah.
Sound check, please.
Check one.
Hello, people. How you doing? My name's Cookie. Welcome to our show here. How many people are going to be playing the game? So you're playing with yourself, huh?
Cookie, please.
Sorry, just type your name in, okay?
Beta tech's happening.
Sound effects. I need to know if spooges are in place.
So for one thing,
Are
if
you looking
you
for a 7-question turn? All right, if that's what you want.
hear anything in the background, it's probably my underdesk
Okay,
elliptical.
now
I've been
your
using it all
buzzer's letter
summer,
B. B as in baseball strike.
which was kind of a relevant topic at the time. And I'd like to dedicate this...
Right now, on the double.
20 seconds. Okay, 20 seconds. Pay attention here and don't screw it up. As soon as you think you know the answer to a question, buzz in, then you gotta hit the number that corresponds to the answer you want. You got that?
I'd like to dedicate this
Good luck.
marathon in memory of Paul Rubens, who hosted the game show version of You Don't Know Jack over 20 years ago under a pseudonym. I think I'll include the credits in all of these too, because I actually kind of gone to like the commercial credit sequences.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide. Woo! Alright, how you doing? Nice to have you here. You're playing solo for this show?
So let's see if I catch any fiber optic field trips or
How about it? Hit me with the cat.
celebrity collect calls. And for the love of God, let's
Next
hope
up,
no one
grab
causes
the
any
cereal
trouble
and
like
the wax
last
for this
year.
question. Okay, hang tight. Put your fingers on your buzzers. Here's the question. Now, every kid knows the classic triumvirate of the sugary monster cereals, Frankenberry, Boo Berry, and Count Chocula. But what was the discontinued fourth monster cereal? Rice Krispies, Cinnamon Corpse, Fruit Brute, the werewolf cereal.
They just added a new one recently called Carmella Caramels or something.
Alright, come on, hit me. We need a category.
I don't know if it'll be available on my end, but what I do know is that it's going to be a
The category
candy apple
is
flavored cereal,
we can
or rather
rebuild
caramel
it.
apple flavored
Right
cereal.
answer, get you 2 G's for this question. Okay, get yourself set. It's time.
I can't wait for
Steve
fall.
Austin was rebuilt through the miracle of bionic technology, but without it, what would he be missing? Both eyes, right arm, left ear, left eye, right arm, both legs, both feet, both hands, pelvis, or right eye, left hand, nose.
Well, I'm going to get something wrong.
Put your left eye, right arm, both legs in,
Oh, I guess not.
and you shake it all about. Okay, pick a category. The category behind this question is bread and other bodily functions. Okay, this one might be a toughie. It's worth $3,000. Get your eyes focused on the screen. Here we go. Obeying the German translation, what should you do after eating pumpernickel bread? Burp, pee, fart, or lick your lips?
Pumpernickel translation. It's fart.
That's some good bread. Pumpern means to break wind. I want you to think about that next time you order a sandwich at the deli. How about it? Hit me
Well, I
with
might
the
as well do the ones that pop up more often than not.
You're my question for forevermore.
I love you. My question for... Come on, you
The
sang that
category,
too.
Porn stars and the AMA. I'm paying out $2,000 if you get this one right. Get ready to buzz, cause here it comes. Which of these conditions might benefit a male porn star? Diphthalic terata, anarchism, dermatitis artifacta, or amastia?
Well, guess I'll have to guess this one.
Wrong. That's a term for self-inflicted skin condition.
Ew.
Well, you might be into that. Here's what you should have guessed. Literally, two-penis monster. I wonder what his G-string would look like.
I don't know, but I think you need a bigger one.
Category.
We don't give those
Alright,
singers enough
doing
credit,
here.
do
Soft
we?
drinks and drug culture. Pop a right answer for this one, you got 3,000 greenback. Okay, let's get this ball rolling. Coca-Cola is to cocaine as blank is to blank. Mountain Dew is to LSD, Dr. Pepper is to heroin, 7-Up. No more wise cracks out of you.
Oh. But I
Now,
always thought they were the
correct
same
answer
thing.
is 7-Up is to lithium. Many sources say that Coke once had coca leaves in it and 7-Up once had lithium, but don't rush out to the store. They don't anymore. How about it? Hit me with a category.
Gotta be quick. Whoa, whoa.
The name of this category is Love Among the Ruins.
Well, I've
And it looks
definitely
like you
noticed
can win
a
1,000
huge
greenbacks
difference
for this
from
one.
doing the
Now tell me what couple
elliptical.
would most likely meet
My
as a
legs
result
are
of
more
this
toned.
ad. Me, white female, porcelain-like skin, 6'10" goddess. You, Jewish male, 18 feet tall, young and warlike with marble skin. Enjoy fine art and nudist resorts, size doesn't count. Would enjoy cuddling but can't hug. Da Vinci's Mona Lisa and the bust of Nefertiti, Botticelli's Venus and the Lincoln Memorial, Michelangelo's Pietà and Rodin's Thinker, or Venus de Milo and Michelangelo's David. No, that would be a three-way.
Oh, I guess it is
Too
Venus
bad
and
you didn't pick
Lincoln.
this. Venus de Milo and David. Both statues are nudes and
Oh,
can't hug his
right.
She doesn't have any arms. Okay, pick a category.
Uh-oh, guess
Less
what it's
chocolate
time
sniper.
for?
It's time for a Tinkerling test drive.
This gibberish questions category is very juvenile humor and body parts. $5,000 is the opening value for this gibberish question. Okay, to solve this puzzle, you gotta think fast because every second and a half, I'm ticking off a little bit of cash. Okay, ready? With what song title does this rhyme? Pale tail, the wings, call rear.
Hail, hail, the gang's all
See if you know
here.
it, type in your answer.
Enough to save my butt.
Tell the wings call rear, but we don't know what this means.
All right,
Right, wait, elevate, hibernate, vegetate it.
here's the category. Jack Tripper and schoolyard tomfoolery. And this one's gonna be worth $1,000. Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff. Imagine, if you will, a hilarious episode of Three's Company in which the gals gave Jack a budgie. What did they do to Jack? Yank his underwear up to his shoulders, give him a pet bird, stick his head in the toilet and flush, or give him a heavy coke.
God, that two better be right.
A pet bird. Of course, the question is, what do the three of them do with the budgie?
Ooh, what's your sign? It's number 9.
This one's gonna be sugary personalities. Right here, $1,000 for a right answer. Okay, get your fingers ready, let's get busy. Who of the following should not be profiled in a People magazine article titled The Three Musketeers? Where are they now? Aramis, Porthos, Donatello.
That's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, you'd be in the People article, Renaissance artists, where are they now? And of course, the answer would be, dead.
Or reincarnated as
All right, come on,
turtles,
hit me. We need.
Yo, have you been?
fighting off foot soldiers.
The category, Batman and body
Which
odor.
reminds me, I still have to
shouldn't be too tough. This
pre-play
question's gonna be worth $1,000.
Turtles in
Okay,
Time.
Coming at you.
I'm
Heads
not
up. Complete
uploading
this
it.
lyric. Jingle bells.
Uploading it anytime soon. I just want to have it
That
ready
guy'll lay anything
for the
that
next
moves, or anything that doesn't.
coin op pool.
We've got 10 questions down and for 10
Speaking
more,
of
we're
pools,
going
I'm gonna
on
have
to
another
round
one
two.
set up because
Now we are one
I'm
round away
thinking
from
about
Jack
the
attacking.
F-bomb
All the
targets of the
questions in
year
this
right
round are gonna be
now.
worth more than
Big
round
time.
one. So pay attention and let's do it.
And I think I know who should be, or what
Okay,
should
pick
be,
a category.
who or what should be the targets of the year. But I'm trying to choose in regards
Next
to
up,
annoying
it's a
commercials.
toga party and everyone's coming. And if you can figure this one out, I can pay you $4,000.
Even though I know one of them for sure would have been spoofed by Air Force.
Shoulder. If the mythological Roman lovers Vertumnus and Pomona were to engage in mutual and simultaneous oral stimulation, it would most likely be referred to as what? MXV, III, DIC, LXIX, or MIC? LXIX or 69? 8-2, Brute. Alright, come on, hit.
Well, 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 let's delve into question 12.
The category behind this question is See Jane Spot. And this one's going to be worth $2,000. Hang on tight, because here we go. See spot run. Which of these is not a definition of the word spot? A troublesome situation, a pimple, an edible marine fish, or past tense of spit?
That would be spat.
Past tense of spit. That would be spat. How about it? Hit me with the category.
Black cat, heart attack, do you nightmare when you dream?
Are you feeling lucky? It's number 13.
The category is the good old days. You get this one right, you got $2,000 coming at you. Hope you're ready, because here's one coming at you. According to a popular commercial from the 70s, she can bring home the bacon, fry it up in a pan, and also bake a great flan, clean dirt off the can, never let you forget you're a man, or get an awesome tan.
I haven't seen that one.
If you get dirt on your can, maybe your aim's a little off. And here's the right answer. Never let you forget you're a man. Of course, if that's something you're in danger of forgetting, she might need more than perfume to get you going. Alright, come on, hit me. We need...
Oh, guess what it's time for?
Once again, it's time for a
Ticklish pest gun.
Here's your gibberish category. Lipstick and drug abuse. The opening value for this gibberish question is going to be $10,000. Now, you're going to have about 30 seconds to solve this puzzle, but I'm going to be taking a little bit of money away every second and a half. Okay, now put your fingers on your buzzers and tell me, what does this rhyme with? Scoop, your pal, a smudge of lipstick. Hex, we pal, the dope shush.
Scoop your pal a smudge of lipstick. Hex we pal the dope shit.
First hint. It's
Oh, wait.
Go
I know
for
what
it.
this one
Ready to
is.
answer?
Scoop your pal a smudge of lipstick, hex we pal the dope shush.
From yet another drug-induced children's classic. Now come on,
Not.
anybody's flying around like that? I think Mary was popping more than just a spoonful of sugar. Okay, pick a category.
That's a potato head question.
Evergreen, self-esteem, beauty queen, rapture spleen. Here's question 15.
Here's the category. Toys fried in 100% vegetable oil. This question's gonna be worth $2,001 bills. Get ready to buzz, cause here it comes. Before 1987, it was possible to get a Mr. Potato Head that could speak, smoked a pipe, was anatomically correct, or had shebang.
I know for sure Air Force would have spoofed
He did smoke a
Barbenheimer,
pipe, but I swear he never inhaled.
because usually they aim
Here's
at
the category.
most popular films of the year.
flush your head down the latrine.
Easy way with sour cream.
16.
The name of this category is answered now. The question will be yes, and this one's going to be worth $2,000. I'm trying to remember again. What is the name of that little guy? He's in the Star Wars movies and he gets his syntax all wrong. He's actually a Muppet. He's Yoda.
Too easy.
Often mistaken for a form of meditation, he's actually Luke Skywalker's Jedi Master. All right.
Jacky's gone, let me hear you scream. It's question 17.
All right, let's see what we're doing here. I'm a lucky dog. I'm paying out $2,000 if you get this one right. All right, listen carefully. Let's say you score big with a supermodel. You're in bed together and you want to make small talk. Which of the following questions, if asked by you, would be rhetorical? How much is this costing me? Can I have your autograph? Who wouldn't want to be me right now? Or do you have any diseases? And frankly, who wouldn't want to be me right now? About
18, wipe the slate clean. Number 18.
This one's gonna be Bigfoot stole my pancreas. A right answer will get you 2 G's for this question. Okay, get yourself set, it's time. Which of the following headlines could be attached to a factually correct tabloid story about Hamlet? Dead mother delivers baby. Exorcist. Ghost of my father told me to kill.
That should be like a talk show
I'm
or
sure
something.
that argument would hold up in court. Actually, it might hold up in court these days. Okay, pick a kid.
He's me.
He's me.
That's the 19.
Next up, strange defense team strategies. You get this one right, you got 2,000
For the next little
bucks coming
while,
at
I
you.
have a bunch
Okay,
of
let's see
hot
how
chocolate
well you know
bombs
your
to finish
reggae
off.
lyrics. He shot the sheriff, but what didn't he do? He did not shoot the deputy. Cause he was probably busy lighting up a big old spleef. How about it? Hit me with the category.
Wow, honey. It's question number 20.
The category is, am I blue? It's gonna be worth $4,000.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed I can
hang tight,
have
put your
one
fingers
more
on your buzzers.
separate
Here's the
Jack
question.
plane done.
Which of the following Sesame Street characters might have been painted by Picasso in his 1901 to 1904 period? Big Bird, Grover, Ernest Grover.
Because he's blue.
1901 to 1906, Picasso's blue period, and Grover is the only one of the 4 Muppets who is the color blue. All right, come on, hit me. We need a category.
Oh dear.
Jack it up. You already know what you're doing. Make sure your match fits this clue. Nice
I've been up
hair,
since
Thor.
5:30,
First
but I
bad
needed
news
to
is
wake
we're
up
gonna
early
find out who
anyway
the
so I
real
could have
Thor
time to
is.
do this
You ready to go?
anyway.
Let's do it.
Woohoo! Oh wait, is he on Mod Squad? It could be the Afro. It'll be back. I don't think he has hair. Oh well, I missed. Oh. I don't know what show Sergeant Carter's on anyway.
Let's be honest, that was a pretty mediocre job, and let's see how it affected your score. That's the
Well,
game.
you kick butt. No 2 ways about it. Of course, it's not like you had any competition to make it a real challenge or anything, but, you know, that's not the point. The point is, you don't know Jack.
Everybody, great show.
Okay, and now let's enjoy the commercials.
Alright, if you want to play again, you just gotta let me know whenever you're ready, okay?
Are you looking for some hot conversation tonight? I sure am. My name's Chalky the Chipmunk, and me and my sexy rodent friends are waiting for your call. Just pick up the phone and dial 1-900-TART-T. I would like to talk to you while I play with my nuts and acorns. But I can't do that unless you call. Come on, what do you have to lose? $5.99 a minute? Whoa, you probably spent that much today on a box of my crappy breakfast cereal, Chalky Num Nums. So just grab the damn phone and dial 1-900-TART-T. We'll have a chucktastic good time.
Under 18, make sure your parents aren't home before calling.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, it's Chalky the Chipmunk. Get it. Whoa! Hey, you kids, quit nibbling at my head. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Come on, Chalky. Just let us nibble on you. You're chucktastic. No way. Try to catch me, you crazy kids. Whoa! Whoa! You crazy chipmunk. Everyone knows that fruity chocolate corn puppies are for children, because they're chucktastic. Hey, Chuck Man, what's up, G? Yo, check it out, homeboy. I'm living large with my spanking new TV dinner. Give it up for Master Chuck's Def Mac and Cheese. Kick it, boy! Whoa! Now listen, young brother, I got the word. It's out on the street, and it must be heard. I ain't talking about no fancy house party. This crap is macaroni. It's Def and Tarty. Oh, yeah, there it is, Chucky. Now you gotta get your punk ass off the couch and buy the mac and cheese in the spunky pouch. Because when you're cutting my cheese, nothing feels so good. You'll be the #1 homie in your gosh darn hood. Name it! You bet your mother freaking tush, homie!
Hey, Susie, what are you doing Saturday night? You want to go driving with me?
Sorry, Jimmy, but there won't be enough room in the car for you, me, and your Zach.
Hey, Bug.
I think that was carried over to another game.
What'd you do? Wash your face with a golf cleat?
This looks like a job for new Spackney.
Spackney? What gives?
Spackney! It's spackle for your acne. Flesh-colored mortar that you apply with our new neon spatulators. It's waterproof, windproof, flame retardant, and scum resistant.
Spackney, it'll smooth you out. Spackney works better than Spackney, say adios to your acne.
Also available, Backney for your stubborn back acne, and for those really hard-to-reach places, try new Crackney.
Oh, it's over already? That was quick. Well, let's sit tight while I get disc 2 ready. And we're back. Any second now.
60 seconds.
Hey, Helen. Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Hi, Guy. No, you know what? We're not doing sports today.
Well, Gordy said
I'm sorry that Gordy told you that. I'm going to fire him right now.
Try it again. You have to do it.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Listen, how many people are going to be playing this morning? We're playing solo. All right, then. Let's have
You know, I actually realized there's more than one morning acknowledgement in each of these.
I can't wait. You know what? I also need to know if you had... Hey, you're the boss. Done.
So I gotta make sure I try and get them all next time I do a morning Jack compilation.
Bet you wish you were playing the game right now.
Talk to the host. Then I pulled him aside. Now it's
All right. Pull the download question.
20 seconds.
I saw the episode.
Hey, we got 20. All right. A question comes on the screen. You think you know the answer, you buzz in, you pick one of the choices on the screen. You with me? Good.
So yeah, back to Barbenheimer. I did see the Barbie movie. It was better than I thought it was gonna be.
Cue graphics and stand by.
Rush Hour has just begun.
This movie has not yet been rated.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Hey, it's a brand spanking new bright-eyed bushy-tailed just in from the manufacturer contestant. Pleasure having you on the show. All tucked in? Then let's turn out the light. Alright, go ahead and pick one. Let's have some fun. Here comes question. Category, let's do it. Hi, I'm from Mars. Where's a good place to hang out? 2 G's for a right answer. Imagine this. Little men from Mars have arrived on our planet and they're attending a sporting event. One Martian describes the event to his friends in the following
Speaking of
way.
which, yesterday I found another Math Blaster
Ready?
game, which is...
First things are bizarre. I watched 2 barefoot endomorphs in loincloths slam their flabby abdomens into each other amidst cheering onlookers.
What sport is being described? Take it away.
Unless this is sumo wrestling.
Wrestling. Ooh, not bad, but not quite. Let me take a second of my time to show you what's right.
Oh, I was close.
Martian is describing a sumo wrestling match. Of course, it could also be an S&M convention. It just depends. Take your pick. What do you say? This one's gonna be Warp Factor 911.
I gotta practice
Get
this
it right,
math
get
class
2,000
before
bucks.
I
Okay, hang
play
tight,
it.
put your
It will be
fingers on your
planned
buzzers.
for
Here's the question.
this Christmas
Captain
because
Kirk is to rescue 911 as Mr. Spock is to real UFO stories in search of the host of the documentary series In
because I haven't
Search
played it
of.
before. It'll be set for this Christmas since I already
Yeah,
played
he was
In
always
Search
losing
of Spot
stuff.
to death.
His phaser, his tricorder, his credibility
Reading Blaster
as an
will get a
actor
plane
after Star
too.
Trek. How about it? We need a category.
Question 3.
The category
So,
is
remember a couple
reason
years
not
back
to
when I
visit
somehow
Michigan.
found Muppet
2,000
Treasure Island
bucks for right
on
answer.
CD-ROM,
Hey,
but
did you know
I
that
couldn't
modern
play it because
cornflakes were the invention of the
it was a
Kellogg
Macintosh
brothers?
CD.
Here's Mikey of Life Cereal fame had the reaction to his breakfast food that Dr. Kellogg had wanted from the original cornflake eaters. What would happen? Mikey would compulsively eat tons of cereal. Mikey would have a lower sex drive. Mikey would be cured of look straight ahead and say, bye now.
Oh.
Too bad you didn't pick this.
I did find a Muppets Treasure Island disc for Windows, so I can try and play it next season.
He likes her. Hey, Mikey. Oh, man, I need a cold shower and a bowl of flakes. Quick!
Okay, pick a category.
As well as
And this
Reader
question's
Rabbit Learn to Read with
category
Phonics,
is
which
the
was
folks on Mongol
basically the
Mountain.
last
Pay
hurrah
attention,
before
$3,000 on
the
this one.
Starship
Check this out.
Adventure took over.
If the Waltons had originally been cast with Kubla Khan playing John Boy, what role should Genghis Khan have played? Brother Jim Bob Walton, Father John Walton, Genghis Khan was Kubla Khan's grandfather. And I'm sure they did all those grandfather and grandson things Zeb and John Boy did. You know, visiting the zoo, going fishing, playing catch with the head of a Turk in the yard. Come on, we need a category.
Number 5.
Alright, next up, when meteorologists go bad. Okay, the right answer nets you 1,000 bucks. Okay, peel your eyes, free your mind, cause here we go. If weatherman Willard Scott suddenly began to think he was Professor Henry Higgins from My Fair
Too
Lady,
easy.
Professor Higgins notes that the rain in Spain stays mainly on the plain. I hope for Bryant Gumbel's sake, Willard doesn't start thinking he's Eliza Doolittle. Take your pick, what do you say? Oh, Chestbud sits grime floor.
It's time for a Speaker Quiz Restroom.
Here's a gibberish category. Give it to Opie, he'll eat anything. This gibberish question starting out at $5,000. Alright, I'm taking cash away every second and a half, so the faster you are, the more you score. Okay, tell me, with what does this rhyme? Why Aunt B leave grits hot, mutter? And remember, don't get all
Why
hung up by
Aunt
the
B leave
punctuation.
grits hot, mutter? Why Aunt B leave grits hot and mutter? Why?
It's the name of a product.
Huh.
Glad I could help. It's the name of a product that you use.
Oh.
Okay, let your fingers do the walk.
It's I can't believe.
Hey, tell me this. If it ain't butter, what the hell is it? How about
The 7 o'clock news with question 7.
category Kissin' Cousin?
And you're probably
Get this
wondering,
right,
are there any
$2,000.
anniversary
Alright,
playing set for
fingerprint
next
cuz
year?
Here comes the question. Let's say the Statue of Liberty gets lonely, decides to have sex with another popular landmark. Both the Statue of Liberty and the Eiffel Tower were
in January I'll do a full playing of Carmen San Diego Classic Edition, so yeah, that's gonna take 6 hours. Let's see how many times I hit Zaire.
This category is your passport to life. This one's going to be $3,000. All right, let's say you pull out your own birth certificate one day for some light reading. And while looking at this document, you notice that your father signed his name as Alan Smithy. Judging by what this alias means in the film industry, filmmakers
The
use
thing that just fell was one of my water bottles, and it's full. Well, as long as it didn't get a crack or
I got news
anything.
for you. Your father didn't like you, but there's still a great market for renting yourself out to other dads for 2 nights. Okay, pick a category.
Oh goody, we get a fiber optic field trip. I don't think we've ever hit Charles Nelson Riley.
3 words for you? How about these 3? That's right, kids. We're making a celebrity collect call to Beverly Hills, California to speak to none other than the Charles Nelson Riley.
Man, most of the people that did this are dead.
Charles Nelson Riley. So cool. Beverly Hills.
Like, only a handful are still alive.
Hello? Hello, just a minute, please. Oh, right, just a moment. And put those other things over there, and when you finish, you can do the back. Hello?
I have a collect call from Buzz. You don't know
The most
Jack.
recent RIP being
You don't know Jack? A sure operator.
Reiner.
Hi, Mr. Nelson Riley, it's Buzz.
Oh, Buzz, hi, hello. I've been hearing a lot about you. How'd you get my number, Buzz? How am I so lucky? Just kidding. Now, how's the show going? I hear it's going great. More report.
It's going great. Thanks for asking. Hey, Mr. Nelson Riley, I was wondering if you'd like to come up with a trivia question for our contestants.
Sure.
All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put you on with our producers so you can get the specifics, and then we'll come back to you for your question. Sound good?
Okay, you'll put me on with the producer. I'll get the specifics. Okay, that's fine.
Cool.
Well, I'll be waiting, Buzz.
Okay, folks, we'll be right back with Mr. Charles Nelson Riley. In the meantime, let's pick another
I'm
category.
so glad I didn't get the Pope prank.
Take your pick. What do you say? And we call this one Desert Winds and Barren Minds. And this one's worth $2,000. Imagine that in a bold admission that Hollywood has run out of new ideas. Filming has begun on a wacky romantic comedy homage to Casablanca. Assuming the filmmakers keep the film set in Casablanca, which of these could be a factually accurate title for this? Casablanca is in Morocco. Play it, Sam. Then put it on a shoddy but lucrative soundtrack album. Come on, we need a category. The category is Rubber Monsters and Cardboard Cities. Okay, $3,000 coming at ya. Oh no, Godzilla has escaped from Monster Island and is heading for the Midwest. According to the translation of the city's name, what would Godzilla's breath smell like if he ate Chicago? Cheese, eggs, onions, or lager?
I'm just gonna take a wild guess.
The Native Americans in the area called Chicago home of the wild onion.
I got lucky here.
Ooh, hopefully Godzilla will continue west to Denver and eat a U.S. mint. Well, round 1 is done. Let's dive into
We can
round 2.
skip it now, at
Okay,
least.
pay attention, because all the questions in round 2 are... Okay, we are back with Mr. Charles Nelson Riley. By the way, can I call you Charles?
No. You can call me sir, okay?
Okay.
Oh, by the way, Buzz, feel free to take any notes you want because I studied with the great acting teacher, Uta Hagen.
Uta Hagen, yeah, I love her ice cream.
It is good, isn't it?
I have too many questions.
Okay, players, here's the category. On the good ship, Riley Pop.
And we'll make this one worth 5 big ones.
Put your fingers on your buzzers. Oh, that's it. Here's the question. I've had a boat in Marina del Rey for 35 years. I named my boat after a famous Puccini opera. What is my vessel named? The Barber of Seville, Don Giovanni, Lava Wayne, or Ant?
Oh dear, I'll have to guess.
How about Don Giovanni?
Don Giovanni? No way. Don Giovanni. Sorry.
I guess not.
I'm sorry, players. You should have guessed Lava Wayne. I guess the fat lady is son, my friend. Better luck next time. And Buzz,
yeah,
tell your players I'm a member of the Coast Guard Auxiliary, and my boat is part of the fleet. Tell them when they go and buy a boat to go first to the Coast Guard, free courses in boat safety. And please, don't get in the boat without proper instruction.
Aye, aye, Captain. Hey, thanks a lot for doing this.
Yeah, like
You're a great
most
sport and it
rich
was a great
CEOs
question.
should
My
do
pleasure,
before
Buzz. I really had a good
getting
time. Oh, by the
in.
way, would you do me just one small favor?
You name it.
Lose my number.
I'm sure all the celebrity
All
click
right, let's
calls
go
had
on.
that policy too.
Okay, pick a category.
12. Celebrity voice.
The category. I've looked at McLeod from both sides now. This one's worth $4,001 bills. Remember that TV cop show, McLeod? Suppose Deputy Marshal Sam McLeod developed the ability to become a huge anvil-shaped cloud that produced thunderstorms and hail. What would be the best new name for him? Cumulonimbus McLeod, Magellanic McLeod, Noctilucent McLeod, or Stratus McLeod?
I've never heard of Magellanic or Noctilucent.
Cumulonimbus clouds typically produce rain, hail, and even tornadoes.
Oh, should I talk about Winnipeg weather recently?
And to think Chief Clifford thought McLeod
I don't
was a
remember the
pain in
last time we
ass
had this
already.
many hailstorms.
How about it? We need a
I love 13, number 13. Oh-ho.
Okay, coming up, this category is Cat House Got Your Tongue? $2,000 riding on this one. Okay, take a shot at this. Which word can you not make out of the letters in brothel? Hole, harlot, hotel, or throb? You can't make harlot out of the letters in brothel.
Because there's an A
But hey,
there.
for $50, she'll call herself anything you'd like. Alright, go ahead. And this category is poor anger management and a good beat. Get this right, you're bringing home $6K. Hey, time to check out the police blotter. Let's see, it says domestic dispute over destroyed noisemaker quickly escalated to violence, but broke up before officers arrived. Currently investigating related reports of large avian. Who are the perps? Tweedledum and Tweedledee. Jack, as we say in Russia, niet.
Oh.
Let me take a second of my time to show you what's right.
Really?
According to the rhyme in the Alice in Wonderland books, Tweedledum and Tweedledee had a fight that was broken up by a big crow. But that was nothing compared to the argument they had over the track lighting. Come on, we need a category. An outstanding selection, because under that category is one major league point-racking question, the dis or dat. And the category for this dis or dat question is singing for your supper. Hey, how you doing? I'm gonna read off 7 Italian. Oh, all right, you already know how to play. Well, let's put 30 seconds on the clock then. Here we go. Puccini, pasta or opera. Tortellini.
I love tortellini.
Rotini. Penne. Rossini. Verdi. Last one. Cavatelli. All she wrote. Perfect. And with time to spare, here you go. Yeah, that blows a little sunshine into your total. All right, let's blow on to the next question. Take your pick.
King 16!
This one's gonna be Hello, Sailor, and this one's worth $4,000. Okay, I'm about to test your patriotism. Hit your buzzer when you're ready to fill in the blank. You're one of the few, the proud, the Marines. Therefore, you should get used to traveling from those halls in Montezuma to the shores of...
Tripoli, I think.
Tripoli. It's where the Marines fought the Barbary pirates in the early 1800s.
Okay, that's...
Now, most people don't know there used to be a whole verse in the Marine hymn about being sure to drink only bottled water. Okay, pick a category. Category, let's do it. The PTL Club in Wonderland. 2 G's for a right answer. Ready? Let's pretend there's a new chapter to Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, featuring a character based on televangelist Pat Robertson. Suppose this new character is called the Cheshire Pat. Judging by the characters in the Alice books, what behavior might this character exhibit? The Cheshire Cat was the crazy animal that would slowly disappear.
No, that's still Pat Robertson.
Kind of like Pat in his political career.
Oh wait, you're talking about the canon.
How about it?
18.
Alright, next up. Hollywood in the 16th century. We are talking 4 big ones. Hang on tight, because here we go. If each of the following had lived in Shakespeare's time, who would have most likely played Juliet in Romeo and Juliet? Julia Roberts. In Shakespeare's time, all the roles were played by men and boys. Keanu doing Shakespeare would add a whole new meaning to Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Alright, go ahead and pick one. The category is, you just can't find good help these days. $4,000 behind this one. Alright, look closely at this completely fake movie still. Think Rebecca De Mornay. I often do.
Oh, it's Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
What would be the best title for this film? Damien, Omelette 3, The Hand That Rocks the Strudel, Rosemary's Baby. The Hand That Rocks the Cradle stars Rebecca De Mornay as the psycho nanny, and it looks like a cradle full of strudel.
All right.
There's gonna be so many.
Oh my God! She's eating the strudel!
There's gonna be so many silent spots on this thing.
Come on, we need a category.
Superstar. Go special.
And this question's category is on your knees, Mr. Darcy. We're talking $6,000 for this one. All right, here we go. If you were to make a series of adult movies based on the novels of Jane Austen, which would not be a possible title? Pride and Prepuce, Persuasion with a Whip, Investigating Howard's End, or Sense and Extra
I don't think
Sensitivity?
Howard's End is one of hers.
Alright, this one was penned by E.M. Forster, so you will not be exploring Howard's End.
So why were people suddenly fascinated with her stuff in the mid-90s?
Unless, of course, you put it on a double bill with another Jane Austen classic, Enema. How about...
Oh, time for the Jack Attack.
Jack, oh, you already know the way that works. Alright, make sure your match fits this clue. Excuse me, where can I find the twins? I was just wondering that myself. Here we go.
I could hilariously call it the Funny Papers if I could. Oh, thought you could get away, huh? I think that was High and Lois or something. Everywhere in the 90s. Excuse me.
with science, hey? Let's see how it brought up your score.
Oh, cool. I think we're gonna make the high school score one.
Oh boy, you know more
I'm
worthless
looking
trivia
forward
than
to fall, but
humanly
not so much
possible.
going back
You
to
decide
work, because
whether
I don't
you
know
want
what's
to be proud
gonna...
or ashamed of that. Think about
what
it.
I'm gonna
Will I
see
tell
when I
you?
get back. Because my supervisor took a leave of absence and she's still not gonna be back for this term.
Okay, good job, everybody. Let's roll the commercials. And, Cookie, what's happening with the players?
Hey, listen, if you want to play again, just
You're
let
kidding
me know
me,
whenever
right?
you're ready, okay?
Think of me as your friend who's kind of psychic. Call me at 1-900-IC.
Am I
can
too
see in
good
your
at this
mind.
game?
I know you want to call. Do it now. Your first 3 questions are free. Hello?
Is this Bob?
Yep, it is. That's 1.
Are you a psychic?
Yes, I am. That's 2.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, you may. That's 3. Call 1-900-IC. If you're under 18, call anyway. I can see into your parents' minds. They want you to call. Did you just have an appendectomy?
Mira, Pilar, it's Chucky, la ardilla loca. Vámonos a cogerle para comer su cabeza deliciosa.
¡Wow! ¡Sus niños están locos! ¡Déjame! ¡No mordiscan mi cabeza!
Por favor, Chucky, tenemos muchísimo hambre.
Aquí, comen mi cereal, Fruity Choco Corn Puppies, hace su leche rosado y tarty.
¡Qué sabroso! Chucky, tú estás nuestro amigo más mejor y delicioso. Te amamos, Chucky.
¿Sí? Adiós, pendejo.
Hi, it's me, Tammy. And I have a really bad case of food poisoning.
Oh.
I had 7 tuna fish sandwiches with expired mayonnaise.
Oopsie.
And I've been on the toilet all day long. Won't you come and take care of me? Just pick up the phone and dial 1-900-TUNA. But please do it now while I'm still nauseous. I'm heaving with anticipation. Uh-oh, I feel something coming up. How about you? Call me.
That's 1-900-TUNA.
That's kind of
Please
gross.
wait an hour after meals before calling.
Right, my name's Rick. And I'm waiting for you to telephone me. Will you be my master? Oopsie, I go poopy on the carpet. I've been a Brad Roggy, and I need a spanking. Maybe later, you can rub my rummy. I rub it when you rub my rummy. My right goes crazy. I'm waiting for your call. Maybe later, you can give me a bone.
Call 976.
Yeah, that's all the celebrity collect calls that we get in the show.
It used to be on beautiful
What are
late
these-
summer days like this, I could lose 1, 2, even 3 fingers to my seasonal leprosy. But thanks to Leprosy, I don't have to worry
Wait,
anymore.
Schmace in this game?
For that time of the year when your leprosy grinds fun to a halt.
Before I started taking Leprosy, playing sports was next to impossible. Oh, sorry, can you hand me my racket and some twine? But now, no more unsightly tennis accidents for me.
And I don't have to worry about
I'll
losing
do a
my
separate
dog
thing
on
for the
walks.
celebrity collect calls.
Sparky! Sparky!
I'll have to do it from the XP machine.
Daddy, will you play Crack the Whip with us?
Yes, I will.
Leprosy, because leprosy might bring you down, but it shouldn't break you up.
I think those are all the people that were the fiber optic field trips.
You want to make sure your family is getting a nutritious home-cooked meal, but with your schedule, who's got the time? Well, now you do. With
Apparently
Eat
the
and Serve
fiber
colostomy
optic
bags.
field trips
Eat
are
and
too
Serve
hard to
colostomy bags use your
get.
body's natural digestive process to
I'll do a
slowly
thing for the
cook food
commercials
so that your
too.
family gets all the taste and nutrition they deserve, the way nature intended.
Honey, this Salisbury steak is great.
And juicy.
Finally, you can be confident that your family is eating good food because you eat it first. All you do is eat the raw ingredients in the morning. Let it digest for 10 hours, then enjoy. Just a few simple steps and you've got a hot and healthy meal cooked with a little oven in your own little oven.
I can cook my family a nutritious 3-course meal while I'm at work, on the golf course, or even stuck in traffic.
And the best thing about Eat and Serve colostomy bags? Cleanup is a breeze. Don't forget to try the even slower cooking crotch pot. Cross the line of good taste into great taste.
Okay, time to change discs. I think movies is next. And we're back. I needed to use the washroom.
Look, Mummy, there's a large creature eating me biscuits.
60 seconds. Oh, yeah, right. Then I'm pleased will be the meal.
What? Come on, let's get some names here.
I'm all over it, Mavis.
All right, let's kill the cross.
A little coffee, a little Jack, starting the day off right with your bestest pal, Raul. How many people are playing this? Okay, you're a single player, is that right? Alrighty then. Could you type in your name, please?
I have decided I probably won't bother with Head Rush because even though it's affiliated with You Don't Know Jack, it's not part of the Jack canon.
30 seconds.
Your buzzer is the letter B, as in beef chunks.
My chairman fixed it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
20 seconds.
I thought it was 20 seconds. Okay. When you know an answer, buzz in. If you don't, don't. But if you buzz, you only got a few seconds to pick one of the choices, or you're gonna lose cash. Okay? Okay.
10 seconds.
Good luck.
9.
Let's make it happen here. Let's lose that desktop, please. And go to black.
4, 3.
Let's make this one sparkle.
Try new Crackney.
Yeah, that was carried over from game 1.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Okay, welcome.
Sorry,
to
still
You Don't
having
Know
that
Jack
throat
Movies.
problem.
Hold on to your ticket stub in case you need to leave the game at any time, okay? Ah, the game of solitaire. That's okay, I'm here alone too. So let's get it on. Okay, pick a category.
It's really hot in here. It's supposed to be a high of 34 today.
I'm sorry, Dave. It's question 1.
And that's not normal for September.
Let's give a nice
Maybe it's a good
warm
thing
welcome to
it's not going to be nice
really
out
hot
on
inside.
Tuesday. It's supposed to
2 Gs
rain.
If you get this one right, strap on
But
your helmet.
students don't go
We're
back
going
to
in.
school until
Which
Thursday.
lovable commercial spokesperson would most likely be pressed into service as a henchman for the evil Mr. Han from Enter the Dragon? Charlie the Tuna, poppin' fresh the
I think
Pillsbury
it's this
Duck.
one.
Mr. Han has an artificial hand and likes to keep replacements around.
You mean like Dr.
And
Claw
he
and
likes to
live-action
keep Hamburger
gadgets?
Helper around when he needs a hot, hearty meal fast. All right, hit me. This one's called The Girls
We don't
According
get
to
those
Garp.
things
And
anymore.
we got $3,000 in the pot. Okay, folks, imagine this. You're on a date with a member of the Ellen James Society from the World According to Garp. Considering her background, what's the worst thing you could say to break the ice? Get up on the wrong side
Ellen
of the bed today? Tough
James.
day at the office? Yes, that dress does make you look fat. Or cat got your tongue?
Ooh. Well, that's not helping.
Yes, that dress does make you look fat. No, you'd avoid saying this to Garp's former football player, now transsexual friend Roberta, unless you wanted a body check.
Well, that
You
obviously
wish
wasn't
you'd
right.
pick
I haven't
this.
seen this film.
In
There's
the
a lot of films that are mentioned here that I haven't seen,
Bill,
that I
members of
still
the
need
Ellen
to
James
see, and it's
Society
making
have
me
their tongues
crazy.
cut out to protest violence against women.
But I
So
haven't
she'll have
seen
nothing
it,
in
but
her mouth,
the
and you'll have your
time
fun
is not
indoors.
exactly on my side.
Okay, I need a caddy. The selection is Bates Master, and you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. Grease yourself up and get ready to wrestle. If you wanted to call Alfred Hitchcock and congratulate him on the number of Best
He
Director
didn't
Oscars
win an
he won,
Oscar
what would
for
you
his
do?
directing
Dial 0?
work.
Although he was given the 1967 Irving Thalberg Award, Alfred Hitchcock never won a Best Director Oscar.
Yeah, what Cookie said.
If you want to call the Academy to complain, dial D for duh. Category, please.
Aw, we don't get
Category
the...
is a gift for self-promotion.
Song
How
with
does
it.
$2,000 sound? Imagine that your lover is cuffed to the bedposts and is begging you to use the Tingler. If your marital aid works the same way as William Castle's gimmick for the movie The Tingler, what will you do to your partner? Sprinkle your dates back with ice water, drop plastic spiders
I think
from
it's
the ceilings?
4.
William Castle had theater owners wire certain seats to deliver mild electric shocks to audience members.
actually did use a D-box when I went to see The Little Mermaid back in
If I were
May.
you, I'd keep in mind that all the gimmicks in the world won't make up for a basic.
Imagine using that while seeing The Little Mermaid or Pirates of the Caribbean. Did I say that Little Mermaid? I meant Fast and the Furious.
It's a fight! For your enjoyment, I want the autograph of the guy with the foam finger, and it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. You know how all the celebrities in Los Angeles like to be seen at Lakers games? Well, imagine this. During a Lakers home game, the crowd starts shouting, "Defense, defense!" Because he played a character known as Defense, who would most likely stand and wave to the crowd? Jack Nicholson, Michael Douglas, Shaquille O'Neal, or Spike Lee?
Crap.
In Falling Down, Michael Douglas plays the frustrated everyman whose character is known only by the name on his license plate, Defense. And if he doesn't get the obligatory camera time during the telecast, Michael may just stand up anyway. Okay, pick a category.
She was built like an interstate cloverleaf, made for speed with all the right curves. All I could think of was 6.
Chew on this. Baggage of the Apes. And we're talking 2,000 for this baby. Hey, you know how those American Tourister commercials have that gorilla who likes to attack luggage? Suppose the American Tourister gorilla headed to Hollywood and started attacking plot twists about luggage. On which film's plot twist would he most likely wreak havoc? What's up, Doc? Nope, the Carpetbaggers.
Well, it sure as hell ain't Congo.
Talk about great fiction. Should have picked this. In What's Up, Doc, there is not one, but 4 plaid overnight cases that are the impetus for the whole crazy mix-up. And of course, Barbara Streisand plays the girl smack dab in the center of it all.
I'm thinking about doing it some baking this fall. Anyone have any suggestions?
Who has no place to live.
I won't do cakes.
All right.
And I bought a bag of Reese's Pieces cookie mix.
Let's see what we got going. Dim bulbs and shiny outfits. And you pop a right answer, you got $2,000. Okay, imagine this scenario. Remaking Barbarella, but you figure the target audience may need an easier title. Based on the plotline of Barbarella, what other bad movies titled? No, Koyaanisqatsi.
Now, how has Barbarella not gotten a remake by now?
Interminable Philip Glass music. Here's what you should have picked. As Barbarella, Jane Fonda spends much of the movie hanging out with Pygar, an angel. And if you've seen the costume she wears in the movie, you know what I mean by hanging out.
I think we have a VHS copy in the basement.
Okay, I need a category. Uh-oh, best of hits fried sport.
Well, at least this will save my butt.
There is no sound.
Your gibberish category for today is athletes that are hungry and will let you know about it. This question's gonna start out at 5,000
Why didn't they ever make
big
a rock
ones.
and roll version of the
Now,
game?
don't get nervous, but the more time you take, the less cash you get. Okay, get ready and tell me, what name does this rhyme with? Plenty Beth went furry jocks. And hey, don't
Plenty
get tripped
Beth
up on
went
the
furry
punctuation.
jocks. Plenty Beth went furry jocks. Plenty Beth went furry jocks.
First hint, it's a movie studio.
Plenty Beth.
It's.
I think I know what it is.
Start typing your answer, then hit return.
Now owned by Disney.
So next century, since they have to change their name anyway, why not go with a different animal? I kind of like the sound of 21st century badger. Huh? No? Whatever. Okay, pick a category.
Oh wait, I think this is the one with...
Then disaster struck.
Uh-oh, I guess I'm not gonna get a fiber optic field trip.
Coming at you, severing those family ties. $1,000 at stake on this one. Say, do you remember Mallory Keaton, that dim-witted sister from Family Ties who in her later years became an aspiring fashion designer? Let's say Mallory from Family Ties replaces Juliette Lewis in the famous movie duo Mickey and Mallory. Instead of fashion designing, what will Mallory now be doing? Sowing the fields instead of sewing hems, designing government laws, not chic blouses, cutting up bodies instead of cutting up fabric, or drawing police sketches, not alteration marks.
Crap, I don't think I got this one.
Mickey and Mallory are the famous murdering duo from Natural Born Killers, so she'd probably be cutting up bodies. And I have a feeling that
I'm old
in
enough
this
to
movie,
remember
Mallory
when
wouldn't let her brother live.
YTV aired Family Ties. Even when I was 6, Michael J. Fox's character fascinated me. Like, why was all the attention focused on him?
And I believe this one's called Can You Dig It? $3,000
If they ever
on the
revived
table for
Family
this one.
Ties,
Let's
would
see how you
Alex
handle this
still
one.
be a Republican?
Imagine Xena,
Wait, who am I
warrior
kidding? They're not
princess,
gonna
joins the
revive
gang
it.
called the Warriors from the movie of the same name. Which of the following is not one of the rival gangs she'll have to conquer? The Orphans, the Baseball Furies, the Scurvy Dogs, or the Lizzies?
Oh, man.
No, the Orphans are one of the gangs.
Please, sir, would you like to rumble?
They're actually making a musical about the Warriors. And it should be good. Lin-Manuel Miranda's going to be involved.
Xena will not be kicking the Scurvy Dogs. Is it just me, or do Xena and the Warriors rent their costumes from the same place? Okay, we're halfway home. Let's see how round 2 treats you. Every question in round... Category, please. Okay, give it up for, if you don't like my driving, stay off the sidewalk. I'm sending over 4,000 dead presidents if you get this one. Hey, remember the Transcontinental Road Race and Death Race 2000 where running over people got you points?
No.
Let's say you're driving in the Transcontinental Road Race and Death Race 2000. If you could run over any of the following road crossers, which would net you the most points? 2 21-year-old mimes, the Beatles of Abbey Road, a Cub Scout helping a 75-year-old lady, or the chicken?
I hope it's not 2.
No, that would only net you 80 points, and besides, Paul is already dead. Let's take a look at the right answer.
One of my parents is making
In the
breakfast.
Transcontinental Road Race, kids under 12 are worth 70 points, and old ladies 75 and over are worth 110 points. Who says old people are a drain on society? Okay, pick a category.
Did someone order a 12-inch sausage?
Oh my.
Here we have unusual lifelines. You give me a right answer, I give you a quick 4,000. Okay, time to do some detective work. Look closely at this picture and tell me, which character most likely left this handprint? The mafioso from Bound, the private detective from Blood Simple, the bugging expert from The Conversation, or the hand from The Beast with 5 Fingers?
I've answered this correct once before.
Nope, gonna have to clip a little off your score. The correct answer is... In Blood Simple, Emmett Walsh gets his hand pinned to the windowsill with a knife. That's pretty severe. I mean, couldn't they just jam a book in there to keep it open? Okay, I need a category. Now showing, teach your children hell. Play your cards right, you win 4,000 bucks. Fire up those frontal lobes. Here's the question. In the 1991 version of Cape Fear, Max Cady is a twisted rapist and murderer. He also sets a bad example for today's youth. What bad habit does he incur? While trying to seduce Danielle, Cady sticks his thumb into her mouth, which led to another problem, talking with her mouth full. right, here's the deal. A day in the wife. And get this one right, you got 4K coming your way. All right, pay attention here. Let's take a glance at the daily planner of Séverine, Catherine Deneuve's character from the French classic Belle du Jour. 8 a.m., wake up. 8:15 a.m., kiss husband goodbye. 8:30 a.m., eat breakfast brought by maid. 11 a.m., lays around the house. What other entry would you find in Severine's planner? 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., sell body for money. 6 p.m., eat children for dinner. 10 Séverine, housewife by night, upscale prostitute by day. Do daily planners have a condom pocket? I need a category.
In the deepest reaches of the Congo lies question 15.
Say hello to Rutger. I hardly know her. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Okay, if you'll recall, the ad line for the stunning movie Angel was honor student by day, Hollywood hooker by night. If the Rutger Hauer Michelle Pfeiffer movie Lady Hawk used a similar campaign, how would the ad read? Night by day, wolf by night, nun by day, cruel despot by night, housewife by day, wanton hussy by night, or Rutger Hauer and Michelle Pfeiffer play lovers who can never meet because he's a wolf by night and she's a hawk by day.
Must be
Sure, that's
so
a problem, but
tough.
have either of them tried keeping up their grade point averages while turning tricks on the street? I don't think so. Category, please. Excellent choice. It's time to play Dis or Dat. And this Dis or Dat question's category is, it makes me hot. Check it out. I'm going to read... Oh, I see. You've got this thing down. Well, I'll put 30 seconds on the clock.
Oh, this is going to cost me badly.
Let's dance. Caged heat, women in prison or something on fire. Backdraft. The hot box. Chain heat. Fahrenheit 451. Red heat. This is it. Towering Inferno.
I guess not.
You wrote. You lost 2 of them, but at least you got the majority. Let's look at your total score.
You know, I can't wait to binge watch commercials and ache to watch Spice World real badly.
Okay, pick a category.
And turn off this darn fan. I need a new
proudly
one.
present Hillary Clinton's secret. Better wake up, there's $6,000 at stake. Put it in gear, cause here we go. If the name Hillary actually meant what Hillary from Top Secret says it means, how might we refer to Hillary Clinton, the First Lady? Angel from Hell Clinton, stands with a fist Clinton, rich and voluptuous Clinton, or she whose bosoms defy gravity?
Yep, I have to watch more movies.
No, but that's how I always picture her, standing proud, fists clenched at all who doubt her determination and courage. Oh God, I'm such an ass kisser. Let me show you what someone smart would have picked. According to Hillary in Top Secret, her name translates in German as she whose bosoms defy gravity. Sounds like she used the same German-English dictionary Kennedy used when he told Berlin he was a jelly donut. I need a category.
Question 18. Honor student by day, stripper by night.
Didn't we just have a question about this?
What do we have here? Yo. 2 G's if you get this one right. Get your finger out of your ear and listen up. We're going. Which of these movie reviews best describes Sly Stallone's performance as a compassionate trucker fighting to get his son back, set against the backdrop of competitive arm wrestling? He sure had a mighty big fist. That film was a personal victory for him. He was over the top in the final scene, or his dramatic scenes were a little rocky. The thrill of victory.
The agony of defeat.
For the curious, here's the right answer.
Oh.
Sly faces the challenge of playing a compassionate arm wrestler in Over the Top. Sly's next movie has him playing a misunderstood thumb wrestler.
Most of it sounds like cliffhanger.
Okay, I need a cat. category? Gross, it's turning purple. You get 4,000 clams for this one. All right, we've all heard of the movies Purple Rain and the Purple Rose of Cairo, right? Well, if you're in your local theater watching the Purple Rain of Cairo, what would you expect to happen? The Japanese actors would play like Hendrix, the artist formerly on screen would jump off, Morris Day would use Bogart. The artist formerly known as Prince stars in Purple Rain, and the Purple Rose of Cairo is all about a movie character who jumps off the screen.
Sad thing is I can't do much on my days
You know,
off
they say the camera adds
this
10
month.
pounds, so if the former
Because,
Prince did
well,
jump off the
I
screen,
gotta let the
he'd probably
paychecks
look
pile
like
up
Purple.
again.
This category is known as a hard axe to follow. How does $2,000 sound? Heads up, here it comes. If Mike Myers' character in So I Married an Axe Murderer had married an axe murderer from another movie, who might be his better half? Joan Rivers' character in Rabbit Test, Joan Collins' character in The Bitch, Joan Allen's character in The Crucible, or Joan Crawford's character in Straight Jacket? No way, ever seen Dynasty? Joan Collins doesn't need an axe to be a bitch, honey. It would have been so beautiful if you'd only picked this. Joan Crawford's character in Straight Jacket spent 20 years in the nut house for playing lumberjack on her husband and his girlfriend. Come to think of it, better half may not be the best terminology to use in this relationship. Category. Time for the attempt. Oh, so you know how this movie ends, huh? Well, then let's fade to black. Here's your category. They're playing our song. Hope it's not a funeral march. Well, here you go.
I think that's from A Star is Born. I haven't heard that one though. Streisand version. Kind of wonder what would happen if all the women that ever starred in those Stars Borns would all sing their songs together or something. Oh, that is Breakfast at Tiffany's. I mean, imagine how Judy Garland would sound if she sang Shallow.
One. Amazing! Let's check out what it did to your score! That's the game! Way to go, player. It's like I always say, it doesn't matter whether you win or lose, as long as you get to play with yourself. Now get the hell away from the computer and go make some friends, because...
You don't know Jack!
Okay, nice work, everybody. Roll commercial.
Well, this was a terrible
What are we
plane.
doing now?
Listen, we're all set up. We can do it again.
Oh, time to listen to more
Let me know
ads.
if you want to play another game.
Please, Sir Reginald, what would you say is the biggest challenge facing actors today?
Well, aside from getting all the lines right and looking into the camera without laughing, today's actors must be versatile. Within the scope of one character, we're often called upon to do a wide range of moods, accents, and sounds.
For instance?
But one thing that definitely sets the great actors apart from the rest is the ability to do a convincing duck.
A duck?
Yes, a convincing duck quack is a true acting triumph. For instance, there's the wonderful work of Julia Ormond in the 1995 version of Sabrina. Arena, the triumphant honks by Mel Gibson in the battle scene of Braveheart, and I'm sure your older listeners won't soon forget Audrey Hepburn's wonderful reenactment of a widgeon in Breakfast at Tiffany's.
I don't recall.
The secret of doing a good duck is body position. You must be squatting properly.
That's all we have time for.
All right.
Get off the table.
That is the worst episode of Inside the Actors
Studio
Studio
from the nasal
ever.
cavity, like so.
I'm Howard Swirly-Doo for the Movie Biz Minute. Sir Reginald, control yourself.
Hey kids, do you like to dance? Do you like the Macarena? Then you'll love the Macaroony.
Hey, how you do? Mama, nama, nama, mimi, poop, bobby, deep, skibbly, up, dubba, dibby, schooly, up, bobby. Hey, macaroni.
Order today. Hey, I've got a comfy couch, some folding chairs, a 16mm projector, and the best hot air popcorn popper this side of Orville Redenbacherville. What more could you want in a movie theater? My name's Fred Jones, owner and proprietor of the Jones Home Movie Theater. Come on down to the theater this Friday and Saturday. We're watching my family's home movies.
This week at the Jones Home Movie Theater, lose yourself on the ride of your life in the Jones Family Vacation to Palm Beach, Florida. After that, learn to love all over again when you participate in Becky's 80th birthday party.
Hey, blow out the candles. Come on, camera's on. Daddy's waiting. Hey, blow out those candles. Hey, we had a blast at Becky's birthday party, and you will too. I'm not charging nothing. Just thought I'd show my movies is all.
The Jones Family Vacation to Palm Beach, Florida, and Becky's 8th birthday party have not yet been rated.
Hey, Fred Jones Movie Theater, where 2 thumbs up is just a signal for my wife to turn up the volume.
What movie do you want to see tonight, honey?
Oh, I've been dying to see ass-kicking alien explosions. How about you?
I was thinking we'd go see Cry on My Shoulder.
Admit it, guys. Getting your girlfriend to go see action flicks is like pulling teeth, ain't it?
You bet!
Well, not anymore. Now all you have to do is get that special woman in your life the new testosterone patch.
Here, honey, put this on.
The testosterone patch will supply your lovely lady with a small dose of testosterone, making her more and more willing to see those exciting action movies.
Hey, baby, how about we go see Stab Me in the Neck?
Yeah, okay.
Even I like a good action flick once in a
while. How do you feel about Fireballs from Hell?
I already got tickets. We're gonna go see Die So Hard You Take Out 10 city blocks.
Honey, is that a goatee you're growing?
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
The new testosterone.
Side
The
effects.
newest way to tell your partner she's the top.
Brought to you by the makers of Man Packs.
Damn, these commercials are getting quicker and quicker. Well, brief pause for the... disc switch. Oh, hey, get out of here. And we're back. And did my dad have to make onions with his breakfast?
60 seconds. These headphones are working.
All right, we'll get you a new pair.
I beg your pardon?
We'll get you a new pair.
No, it's just the headphones.
Someone get Smitty new headphones.
Will do, Chief. You ever see a picture of one?
There's nothing like starting the day with You Don't Know Jack. And it only gets better from here. Wait till we hit that afternoon stretch. How many people are playing? Did I really need to be here for one player? I mean, one player! Hey, great, welcome. Go ahead and type in your... Oh, yeah, hey, I need to know if you want to play a game with 21 questions or a game with 7. All right, thanks.
30 seconds.
Your buzzer is the letter B, as in Brady. Very Brady.
All I'm saying, master or not, she wants to stay in that bottle. She's gone.
20 seconds.
Ooh, 20 seconds. All right, listen, this is easy as pie. Pie the food, not the number. Question comes on the screen. You think you know the answer, you buzz in. You pick one of the choices on the screen. All right?
10 seconds.
All right, then.
9,
Good luck.
8, 7,
And
6,
get rid of the death
5,
cup.
4,
Go to black.
3.
Order now, and you too can be selling crap like this.
I've seen better crap at the casino gift shops. Like ice cube trays, rubber ice cube trays.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Well, I see you're playing You Don't Know Jack TV all by yourself. Well, don't be embarrassed. Laugh track will be provided. This is it. Just you. I hope you appreciate this. All right, let's go. Time to pick a category.
Whatever I do, do not hit
studio audience.
If Jan Hammer's
What do
not
we have here? Don't
available.
take candy from role models. You get it right, you get 2K. You know what I love? I love cartoons that teach kids things. For instance, which cartoon teaches kids this message? If you're feeling tired and weak, you should take a pill to make you feel peppy again. What's the cartoon? No, that show taught you that when you're in a stressful situation, you should eat a brownie-like snack that will make you float, even though later you'll be paranoid and hungry. Say...
That's kind of the same thing, except cowardly. Have you noticed that in most more recent Scooby-Doo productions, they don't bribe him with Scooby snacks anymore?
Special sugar that turns your pupils into the size of paper plates. Throw me a category. And our special guest tonight, desperately seeking losers. You give me a right answer, I'll give you 3,000 bucks. Okay, this one has to be a real loser. This ad is in here every week. Here you go, take a look at this. Got a problem? Odds against you? Call 212-555-4200. Who placed this ad? The Equalizer, the Mod Squad, the A-Team, or the Untouchables?
I think it's the A-Team.
The A-Team? Oh, so you're the fool that Mr. T has been pitying. You might want to write down that phone number.
Oh, I had a feeling it was that.
Equalizer advertises in the paper.
The funny thing is, since there actually is a TV version of the Equalizer on the air right now, it doesn't really date the question.
All right, I need a category.
This is question 3.
Open wide and get ready for anything for a vote. $3,000 for this one. All right, let's imagine that Bill Clinton goes absolutely nuts and decides that everything he needs to know about running the country, he can learn from TV. If President Clinton were to follow the example of the president on the 80s sitcom Hail to the Chief, what would he have to do? That's what you get for stealing.
Oh, idiot me. It's
Why
too...
did you pick this one? On that show, Hail to the Chief, the president is played by Patty Duke. So aside from becoming a transsexual, Bill would also have to become really, really perky. Give me a category. May I introduce, in a past life, I was desperate for work. I got $2,000, says you don't know this one. Put your head between your knees, because we're going down. If David Duchovny were to model his X-Files character, Agent Mulder, after the DEA agent he played on another show, what would he do on the job? Bake Cancer Man a cherry pie. Borrow an outfit from Scully. Use the cell phone in his shoe, or... I wouldn't eat that stuff.
Right, I think it was for...
It'll kill you.
I don't know why I thought he had involvement with Twin Peaks.
Before he was Agent Mulder, David Duchovny played the cross-dressing DEA agent Dennis/Denise on Twin Peaks.
Oh.
And hey, look at it this way. If he gets fired from the DEA for cross-dressing, he can always go to work for the Clinton administration. All right, pick a category. Let's have a big warm welcome for years before he moved to Beverly. You're looking at $3,000 on this one. Well, an all-TV version of Jack wouldn't be complete without a Buddy Ebsen question. I mean, we can't ignore the fine actor who gave us Jed Clampett and Barnaby Jones, now can we?
Of course not.
Ebsen wants to work his original career into the next episode of Barnaby. My close
Otherwise, it would be full of
Buddy
nothing but
Ebsen
Brady
was
Bunch
originally
questions.
a professional dancer on Broadway. Good thing he never did it, though. I mean, singing and dancing cops? What an insane idea for a TV show. Category, please. I believe this one is called On the Couch with Couch Potatoes. You get this one, you pocket 2,000 bucks. Hey, guess what I'm holding in my sweaty little hands? A psychiatric chart for a popular sitcom character. See if you can tell me whose it is. Patient complains of stress caused by employment with New York Police Department. Situation exacerbated by NYPD Blue. Yeah, well, not as much as that answer.
Oh, wait.
For the curious, here's the right answer. On The Odd Couple, divorced roommates Felix and Oscar are good friends with their poker buddy, Murray the Cop. Okay, now let's pretend Murray moves in as well, and they call the show The Odd Threesome.
Well, The Odd Couple's playing on Pluto TV. I should watch it
Throw me a
when it's
category.
available.
Yeah, just strut fits dime whore.
I hate it when the gibberish questions have to do with commercials.
Take a look at this gibberish.
I'm not that old.
New and improved bathroom cleaner. This question's going to start out at 5,000 big ones. All right, listen up. Every second and a half, some of that cash is going to disappear. So if you want to win big, you got to move quick. Okay, take a look at this and tell me, with what famous TV phrase does it rhyme? It's rowdy booty. Go for it. Type in your answer. Nice job. You really know your duty. Time to pick a category. This category is known as We're Putting the Band Back Together. 2,000 bucks for a correct answer. All right, give me your best shot.
At least
several TV shows have had their theme songs hit #1 on the Billboard Pop Singles chart. If the show's cast decided to form their own bands, which band would you not see? Sonny Crockett and the Miami Surveys.
Oh, really? I guess it's
SWAT. Hey, got a minute? Take a look at this. Waylon Jennings' theme to the Dukes of Hazzard only made it to #21 before falling off the pop charts.
Well, that was
No Trippin'
confusing.
Daisy Dukes, which is really too bad. I mean, talk about a group made for MTV. Yeah, baby. All right, I need a category. Let's take a look at the next Oprah. You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. Ready? Catch this. Considering the circumstances behind Oprah's August 26, 1989 appearance on the cover of TV Guide, what would be... On the August 26, 1989 issue of TV Guide, they had a picture of Oprah's head on Anne Margaret's body.
Boy, that's inappropriate.
And if I'm not mistaken, the next issue had Anne Margaret's head on Willard Scott's body. Oh, yeah. Give me a category. Here we have, I want to be a bald millionaire. How does $2,000 sound? So everyone wants to be like Mike, right? Well, suppose you want to be like TV's Dr. Mike. What do you aspire to be? A doctor on a cruise ship, a frontier woman doctor, a doctor living in Alaska, or... Ouch! You're going to have to treat yourself
must
to
be
that
the
northern
corn.
exposure, Doc. You want to see what the smart money says? You want to be like Dr. Michaela Mike Quinn, medicine woman. So all you guys out there, just don't perform the sex change operation on yourself, okay? Hey, you're halfway there. Let's see what happens in round 2. Don't forget, everything in round... All right, pick a category. Coming at you, it's the 50s. Fathers are not domestic engineers. Sit up straight. This one's going to be worth $6,000. All right, check out this diary entry and tell me which character most likely wrote it. Dear Diary, today was career day. Thorny's father talked about his job. Of course, Dad didn't come. What would he talk about? Hanging around the house all the time? Maybe I'll write a song. Was that written by Beaver Cleaver?
Oh, I know who this is.
The rock and roll son on the Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet is Ricky Nelson, the show on which for 14 years Ozzie never goes off to work or even mentions having a job.
Why?
Which makes me wonder if Ozzie's adventures before he got married involved a minor car accident and a major lawsuit. Category, please. The category is evidence of our TV ancestors. You get a right answer, you're walking away with $4 grand. Wow, it's a new discovery.
I mean,
that
are we
has
supposed
the
to believe that
scientific
Ozzy left
community
off all the
abuzz. Take a look
residuals
at
or
this
something?
picture and see the evidence for yourself. Based on this drawing, which of the following would scientists most likely deduce about our ancestors? Simon Templar helped them hunt. Number 6 was number 1 with them. Peter Gunn gave them fire, or they traveled in Volkswagens.
Huh. Well, it's clearly not...
The lights are on, but nobody's home.
Oh. Yeah, it's
Correct
number
answer
1.
is
Because that doesn't look like the prisoner to me.
Stick figure with a halo is the symbol of Simon Templar, the saint. But no matter how tricked out his car is, it wasn't very exciting until the invention of the wheel. All right, I need a category.
13!
For your enjoyment, the news, boss. The news.
How appropriate.
4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Okay, picture this. On a heartwarming episode of Fantasy Island, Tattoo gets to live out his own fantasy. If Tattoo's wish were to be the anchorman of a real news show, which of these pint-sized spin-offs could Tattoo anchor? The McNeil-era News half hour, 24 hours, 30 minutes, or 10-10?
I don't know.
10-10? No way. Maybe 4-5 in his stocking feet. Here's the one you didn't pick.
I'm surprised they mentioned 24 hours, which was a Canadian
news
show.
targeted at teens. It was on CBS in the late 70s. And after a stint as a newscaster, I hear Tattoo wants to be a writer. You know, short stories, that sort of thing. Time to pick a category.
The kookiest digits you've ever seen. Together they're 14.
For your viewing pleasure, with friends like these, how does $4,000 grab you? Put it in gear, because here we go. If you combined the October 19th, 1953 episode of Arthur Godfrey and His Friends with Friends, what would you expect to see on the next must-see TV? Matt LeBlanc's underpants, Arthur accidentally punching Phoebe, the cast being fired on the air, or a on October 19, 1953, Arthur Godfrey fired Julius LaRosa live on the air. Yeah, rumor has it he was asking for $100,000 an episode.
Which would probably even be considered too much for 1950 standards. Money, whatever.
All right, give it up for Boss Ball. You want $6,000? Give me your right answer. Okay, how about the Carolina show, where you got Tim Conway, who played the balding boss with the inept secretary? You know, Mrs. O'Wiggins. Given his character's name, what could Mrs. O'Wiggins say if she picked him up and threw him? Just practicing up on my moot ball. I love to play dwarf. Tim Conway's hairpiece and mustache-wearing executive is named Mr. Tudball. Yeah, baby. Who doesn't like to throw tud balls around the office? If you understand that joke, write me. All right, pick a category. Hey, smart
That's all. I
move,
think
my
something
friend.
loose.
You just got your hands on a dis or dat.
Something came loose in one of my bottles.
The category for this dis or dat is the chicken or the egg. Now, pay attention. I'm going to read off 7 pairs of TV. Hey, you know what to do? No problem. Here's your 30 seconds. And we're off. Which came first, MTV or ABC or CBS? CNN or C-SPAN? Cinemax or Showtime?
Tough one.
USA or TNT? Fox or TBS?
Oh.
Last one, BET or TNN? That'll do.
As of August 31st, BET is no longer available on my on Shaw in Canada. And neither is the Paramount Network. I don't know what's going on in Viacom land.
Give me a category.
Or with Rogers.
Today's specialties include getting lucky tonight. 4K coming your way for a right answer. Okay, this is one of them there analogy questions. So get your number 2 pencil out of your ear and let's get ready to park. Edward R. Murrow is to good night and good luck as Ted Baxter is to good luck and goodbye. Good night and good news. Good luck and good night. Or good night and sweet dreams.
Huh.
Good night.
I know I got that right
Could've
once.
given you some cash if you picked this one. Legendary newscaster Edward R. Murrow's closing catchphrase was good night and good luck, and not so legendary Ted Baxter's sign-off is good night and good news. And good news is not what people get from Ted Baxter. Category, please. We're calling this one Your Question, should you choose to accept it. You get this one, you pocket 2,000 bucks. Okay, let's say you receive one of those mission tapes like they have on the show Mission Impossible. Which of these would you have exactly enough time to do between the end of the mission tape and the time that it self-destructs? The mission tapes on Mission Impossible always self-destruct in 5 seconds. Just enough time to reheat some tofu.
Okay, I think I know what's
Of
wrong.
course, depending on the size of your microwave, heating times may vary. And
I think
whatever
I see
you
where
do,
the
don't
crack
put
is.
aluminum foil in there. Good luck, Jim.
Well,
Category.
I guess I can go back to the other tumblers. Or see how many
This one's
GameStop
called
has.
Buy Sex, This Sex, Product Sex. I'll give you 4,000 clams for this bad boy. Okay, so the title character from Rhoda is not exactly known for her successes when it comes to men, so maybe she
Well,
needs
no
some tips
kidding,
from her
they
mother.
broke up in
Considering the
season
actress
3.
who plays Rhoda's mother and the ad she's famous for appearing in, what might she advise Rhoda to do to improve her dating life? Don't squeeze the shark. Nancy Walker, who played Rhoda's mother, is famous for playing Rosie in the Bounty commercials. Yeah, that's the first thing I want to know about a woman. What kind of paper towels she buys. All right, I need a category.
I could swear they have more than one segue for 20.
Let's see what we got going. My CTV. Heads up, this one's gonna be 6,000 bucks. Yeah, here comes one of my favorite questions because it's about me. What's my favorite TV show? Hong Kong Phooey, Mannix, Charlie Rose, or The Bathmasters?
Well, this should be easy.
The one show that I'll stay at home to watch is my man Mannix. I'm telling you, when I was a young boy, I used to dream about Mannix. He'd look at me with those steely eyes and grab me in those big, strong arms, and we'd solve a case together. Hey, I don't care what you think. I'm talking about Mannix. Time to pick a cat. Welcome to the... All right, then. Let's fast forward and get right to the good part. Here comes your clue. Primetime geography. Try not to get lost. Good luck.
This should be LA Law. This should be Hope. This should be Common. Well, unless 902 I know pops up. Oh, that's it for that. Let's hear some ads.
Yeah, baby, you were all over that attack. Let's see what you did to your score. That's the game. Player one, I couldn't have done a better job myself because I wouldn't have played by myself. I would have found something else to do, you know? Now, but seriously, player one, and this isn't easy for me to say.
You don't know Jack!
That's a wrap, folks. Give yourselves a little pat on the back. And Raul, are we doing another one of these?
Yeah, got it. Hey, look, player, if you want to play another game, all you have to do is let me know when you're all set.
This darn thing's gonna come completely loose one day and be
generator,
useless.
any voice can be an announcer voice. Just set the dial on the Sybil 5000 to the voice you want to have. Choose from Suave Beer Guy, Smooth refreshing, effervescent auto sales.
With prices so low, the cars practically drive themselves off the lot.
Even feminine hygiene.
I feel fresh all over.
Order now and we'll throw in the Looney Tuner to generate dozens of your own cartoon voices like Superhero Guy. Don't worry, I'll protect you. Zany Alien. Don't move, Earth Creature. Or Dopey Dinosaur. The Sybil 5000 and the Looney
hell
Tuner
no.
are both available for the special introductory price of $19,995. Order now and you too
It's
can be
already
selling crap
loose.
like this.
People all over the world are falling unconscious for 6 to 8 hours every night. What is this sleeping disease? Do you have it? Find out tonight.
Loose women. Don't sleep with them. Why? They're not the marrying kind.
Oh. This message brought to you by the United States Department
So
of
how
Housing.
do I fix something like this?
On the next episode of Road Kids.
Welcome to Eastside Hospital, kids. Scrub up, grab a gown. Today you're all going to be surgeons.
Surgeon? Oh my god!
No way!
Cool.
I'll confess, at first I was a little nervous. Being a roadie for Van Halen was one thing, but this was serious surgery.
The doctor asked if anybody had ever performed an angioplasty before. I was like, wow, this is gonna be really tough.
Okay, Kenny, you're going to need to make an incision
Maybe
right
I need
there. But be
Gorilla Glue or
careful not to
something.
get the left ventricle.
Wait, you mean right here? Oh my god! Gauze!
Surgery was definitely a challenge, but the doctors were very helpful, even after Kenny killed that guy.
Hey, the freaking camera guy bumped my arm!
You know, Kenny, you really need to take more responsibility.
I think, having to do surgery, we learned a lot about ourselves.
I can't wait for our next adventure. Hey, look! What's that?
Yeah, this is a long
It's our next clue.
credit
Hey,
sequence
guys,
because they
we're gonna
used
be
a lot of
maximum
theme
security
songs.
prison guards!
Catch it all on the next Road Kids.
Tonight, after the real world, Trenton.
What's the matter, Jane?
Jill, it's Roger. He pays more attention to that TV than he does to me.
I used to have the same problem, till I found out about the boob tube.
The boob tube?
It's a portable television with twin screens that you can strap to your chest.
Does it
Well, I don't know
work?
which one
I'll
has
say.
Laverne and
The boob
Shirley.
tube saved my marriage. Last year, our anniversary fell on the
Or
same
Mannix.
night as the Super Bowl. Thanks to the boob tube, we were able to have a romantic dinner out, and Dave still got to watch his precious game. And even though he was yelling at the referees, to onlookers, it looked like we were having a real conversation.
I wish other people thought Roger and I had real conversations.
Kinda wish they
Try the
used
boob
I Dream of
tube.
Genie.
I will.
Or something like that.
Roger, what do you think of the dinner I made for you?
It's good! Yes!
Roger, what would you like to do after dinner?
Make it fast! Go for it! Run, you
Sorry about that. My
Thanks, boob
headphones
tube.
came undone.
By Chestovision, now featuring boob within a boob for
But if they made the game today, they would have used a Simpsons-like segue.
Getting into those jeans.
I've tried everything to lose weight. Pills, shakes, liposuction, even stomach stapling. But nothing seems to work.
Well, you don't have to anymore. Not with Limb Whacker.
Limb Whacker? What is it?
Limb Whacker is the
Okay, most of those should have worked.
Limb Whacker's technology allows you to lose 10, 20, or even up to 40 pounds in one day. Guaranteed. Just turn the switch to on. And see how Limb Whacker can change a flab day into a fab day.
Wow, my fat legs are finally gone. Thanks, Limb Whacker.
I battled with my weight for 30 years. Then I heard about Limb Whacker. I lost both arms and my right leg in less than 5 minutes. It's a little tougher to get around, but I finally have the body I've always dreamed of.
And so can you. Limb Whacker can be yours now for only $19.95 plus shipping and handling. Call today and we'll throw in a stainless steel tourniquet absolutely free. Limb Whacker. Slims and trims by removing limbs.
Okay, that's it for TV. I gotta put the volume 3 in. And once again, we are back.
Okay, this time around, let's do a little less menacing, a little more playful, okay? Great. Who we got today, Raul?
Here we go. I love it when we have one player. That is okay, you want a 7-question game or you want a
30 seconds.
Consider it done. Your buzzer is the letter B, as in baboon.
And that's why they call him the best boy.
20 seconds. Look alive, we're at 20.
Now, I just realized that if this comes completely loose, then
The number that corresponds to the answer you want. You got that? It's simple.
10 seconds.
it's gonna be
Nine,
useless.
and get rid of the
I
death
do not
set.
want to buy
Let's
another
go.
one, not now.
All right, folks, see you on the other side. 3 parents.
Chemicals. Don't just play God, be God.
Daddy.
I mean, I have like 3 other Sailor Moon water bottles that I can use, and I shouldn't be buying a lot of these, but like I told my parents and a few friends, I'm more nostalgic for the merch than the show.
Hi, hello, this is You Don't Know Jack. I'm Cookie, and you're pathetic. Playing by yourself? Go read a book. Oh, alright, whatever. Hey, all by yourself today? Okay, let's see if you can fill up that seat next to you with some cash. Let's rock. I need a category. Let's see what we got going. Religious leaders and other righteous dudes. I'm giving out
it's a shame that this is the last one to have singers.
Suppose you were around Wittenberg, Germany in the early 16th century and you really dug what Martin Luther had to say when he started the Reformation. Based on the popular legend about how Martin Luther presented his 95 Theses to the public, what could you say to him by way of congratulations? According to legend, Martin Luther nailed the 95 Theses to the door of All Saints Church in Wittenberg. Man, he must have had a lot of brand before he did that. Oh, Theses. Oh, yeah. I thought it was the 95 Feces. All right, hit me.
Must be about the show Sisters.
Well, what do we have here? Men seeking women with boys' names. This one can net you $1,000. So I'm looking through the personal section of the paper to see if my ad made it in, and check out what I found. Man in black seeking partner to help me lose these Folsom Prison blues. Was once a rambler, will now walk the line. Leave message for
Easy.
a boy named Johnny Cash, the man in black, popularized Folsom Prison
Everyone's
blues,
dead
the
except for
rambler,
Bob
I walked the
Seger.
line, and a boy named Sue. A boy named Sue? God, no wonder he's got a place of personals at.
I think I'm about halfway done.
Okay, pick a category.
Crazy on my 3.
Coming at you. Job tips. Get it right. I'm handing over $2K. Hey, it looks like I get a break on this one.
Oh,
I got it. Bring in a special guest host for this next question. And who do we have here today, Raul?
The ride will have a guest host question
Laura
too.
Hatfield, who hopes to work right here at You Don't Know Jack.
Wait, what does that mean? She's interviewing for a job?
Yeah, Laura's one of the candidates for our business office.
You have a business office?
Yeah, go figure. Hey, Laura, come on in here.
So, Laura, I hear you have a question for us.
Yes, I was just wondering what kind of insurance package you have.
No, Laura, that's not what I meant, although we do get full dental, by the way. But, do you have a trivia question?
Yeah, yes. Okay, this is going to be an analogy, so you have to complete the analogy. Here we go. American dollar bill is to George Washington as Canadian dollar bill is to what? Queen Elizabeth, Pierre Trudeau, George Washington, or Wayne Gretzky. George Washington is on the American
They'll
dollar
never
bill,
put Trudeau
and Queen
on
Elizabeth
any of
is on
our
the
money.
Canadian one.
Unless it was
I
a
guess
$1 trillion
that's why Canadian
bill.
dollars are such a royal pain in the ass to use. Hey, can I say that?
Laura, that was excellent. Very good question. I was very impressed.
Thank you, that was fun. If I get hired here, do I get to do that again? Because I do another question. There's some hilarious jokes.
I wonder if she got the job.
That's funny. Could you show Laura out?
Okay, because I can do another one.
Out the door of the studio. Thanks. Bye, Laura. All right, let's move on. Category, please.
Can't stop at 3, nothing. You gotta have 4, yeah.
And this one is, if the rabbit runs around the hole and goes back in. This one's worth $1,000. Heads up, here it comes. Suppose Brooks Brothers holds an old-fashioned necktie party. Considering the activity planned, which of these knots would be most appropriate for the guest of honor? Windsor knot, what? Windsor or not?
Oh.
See, now, I could have given you some cash if you picked this.
Oh.
A necktie party is slang for hanging, so the guest of honor would get a hangman's knot. I hear the guys at Brooks Brothers are no longer just the best dressed, but also well hung. Okay, I need a category.
Let's blow this time and head for number 5.
This one's called, ooh, that sounds spooky. Looks like this one's going for $1,000. Okay, open up your ears and get ready. All right, I need a bodily noise for a television theme song. Which of these sounds has already been used in the theme song of a horror comedy sitcom? Is it 1, 2, 3, or 4? This finger snapping noise was used in the theme song for The Addams Family, which was a sitcom about a family of monsters.
I didn't know they gave sports their own net show.
Not to be confused with The Munsters, which had no snaps and was a completely different sitcom about a family of monsters. All right, hit me. The category, a name in vain stays mainly in the brain. You give me a right answer, I give you $3,000. Hey, don't you hate when this happens? It's your first day working at the Temple of the Norse Goddess of Marriage, and you've already locked yourself out. What's the most appropriate thing for you to say? Where the hell are my frigging keys? Whoever took my keys can blow me. Hey, some bimbo snatched my keys. Or, I locked myself out. What a pisser. The Norse Goddess of Marriage was Frigg, so you have indeed lost your frigging keys. Better pray to the finder of lost things, the goddess face. Okay, pick a category.
7, lucky 7.
For your enjoyment, that's Ms. Goddess to you. And
You know, I should have Google on hand just in
if you get
case
this one. Check
I
it out.
get
You've heard of Take Your
impossible
Kid to Work
question.
Day, right? Well, suppose Zeus takes all of his daughters to work on Mount Olympus for the day. Because she is not his daughter, who of the following could not go? Hera is not Zeus's daughter. She's his wife and sister.
On the next Jerry Springer. Oh, wait.
So when are we going to get to take the sister you have sex with to work day? Okay, I need a category. You chose wisely, my friend. You just got your hands on a this or that.
Bummer, I was hoping you would...
The
This
category
was
for
question
this this or
7,
that
so
question
that
is backseat president.
we get to hear the
Okay,
nice
I'm gonna read all 7.
stuff.
Oh, I see. You've got this thing
man.
down. Well, I'll put 30 seconds on the clock.
I hate it when it's both.
Let's go in. Fillmore, automaker president, or both? Ford.
Both.
Cleveland. Plymouth. Lincoln. Monroe. One more. Rice. That's all she... What can I say? 7 out of 7. I got nothing to criticize here. Well, that does wonders for your total. Let's see what's coming up. Category, please.
Well, the good news is I have hot cash to use, so at least maybe I can buy something new.
Shake hands with.
Buy a new
If you
water
fall
bottle
out
or
of a
something
tree
like
in a
that.
forest, does anybody hear? $1,000 at stake on this one. Ears up. Which of these excruciatingly painful screams is an example of the Doppler effect? Is it? Is it? Is when someone in a great amount of pain runs by us, their cries seem to get higher in pitch the closer they are to us, and you know, just the opposite as they go away. That's the Doppler effect.
Oh, shoot.
Pay close attention the next time somebody runs by you in great pain. You just might learn something.
I have something I need to finish on this darn phone.
I need a category.
And finish it I shall.
Hey, guess what? Now you can brag to all your friends
Because God
that
forbid I
you've
don't
been
have
part of
enough
a
time this
three-way.
weekend. Oh, that's rich. I'm gonna have to make a video public
Okay,
while I'm
let me
playing.
briefly explain. Okay, looks like you've been around. I won't bore you with my naivete. Let's turn this baby on. This three-way is known as, what do you want, a medal? Or do you just want a three-way? Well, here it is. Gold, silver, or bronze. Okay, hand on your buzzer. Here's your three-way.
Oh, yes!
Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes!
I really have a problem. What don't I need a new one of? I need a new bed, I need a new floor, I need a new fan, I need a new metal water bottle, because the one I'm using is getting kind of...
Well, that's all we've got. Let's see how it turned out. Wow,
But I'm kind of capping my shopping for the month, even though I have a book market to go to and hot cash to
my
use.
composure, let's check out your overall score. So, let's see what we've got ahead of us here. Okay, either you finished round 1 or you have another round to go.
On Thursday, I won't do a commercial, but I will have...
Round 2 is...
I probably won't play...
Alright, hit me.
Pre-play any of the ride, because I have a couple of air farces to merge. One of them will be a do-over, because, like I announced, I'm gonna have all 5 of the video yearbooks that are available on YouTube right now into one video.
Painting American Gothic, we're about to enjoy a delicious snack using only the instruments shown in the picture. Which of these could they do? The item being held in the picture is a pitchfork, perfect for a large tossed salad. And since the characters in the painting live on a farm, fresh bacon bits.
One of the episodes that will be uploaded will be
pick a category.
Something that didn't get to be done the first time around, but I found a segment. Also, when I did my Air Farce deep dive, apparently not everything ended up on the Air Farce Archive website, but all of March 31st, 2000 was on the site, so what's their excuse?
Commemorated his moonwalk by writing his real name on the surface of the moon. Which phrase would be there to... He goes by Buzz, but his friends call him Edwin. He wasn't actually peeing. He and Neil Armstrong just wanted to find out who was the bigger man on the moon.
There's no way you could pee on the moon.
Okay, I need... Open wide and get ready for, like the Sands Hotel, but different. Get a right answer, you're walking away with $4 grand. Okay, imagine this. You're traveling in the Middle East and you're desperate to find some lodging for a few nights. If you found a vacancy at a place called the Bedouin and Breakfast, what might be one of the terms you'd have to agree to? No, Bedouins are a nomadic people, so you might have to check out...
They're gonna stick an impossible question on me, I just know it.
But since you're in the Middle East, I wouldn't complain. You could be bombed out unexpectedly. Category, please. Well, the good news is, you're still alive. Bad news, you just picked an impossible question. And I believe this one's called, how many hair pieces will that buy? Holy cow, looks like this one's gonna be worth 20,000 big ones. All right, get ready, because here comes the impossible question. Now trust me, you're lucky to be getting 1 in 4 odds on this one. Assuming that the total gross income, including video rentals, was adjusted for inflation, how much money had the movie Smokey and the Bandit made at the box office as of 1990? Smokey and the Bandit had made $140,878,200 in adjusted income by 1993.
I'm gonna make the high score list.
Bonnie Anderson's purse spilleth over. I need a category.
Not 14, not 16, you're right.
Well, even if I get this one wrong, the
This
gibberish
one
question
likes
will
to
save
go
my
by.
butt.
Pope got a ring in his Cracker Jack. And get this one right, you got 4K coming your way. Hey, you know how it's a sign of respect when someone kisses that big old ring the Pope wears? Well, imagine that the Pope owned a mood ring. So take a look and tell me, what mood is the Pope in? Anxious, sensitive, tense, or happy?
Okay. It's... What does normal mean? I'm just gonna let this one go.
Let's take a look at the right answer.
Oh, so normal means happy.
From what I can see, the Pope's mood ring is bright blue. That means he's pretty happy today. And why not? He's got a cool hat and a nice ride. He's styling. All right.
Uh-oh, guess what it's time for?
It's time for a true SMS fun.
One generous category coming up. The stench of true love. And $10,000 right out of the gate for this one. Now check it out. As the time disappears, so does the money. So the sooner you buzz in, the better. Okay, now tell me, what does this rhyme with? Dear gal stink, lovesick.
Oh, I know who this is.
Typing your answer that. I will not be doing a Weird Al Yankovic impression. Instead, I'll just say, nice hair, Al. Okay, pick a category.
He still has that style today. It's just longer.
Okay, give it up for
Must reach utility belt.
how does $4,000 grab you? Put your tray in the upright position. It's time for takeoff. After defeating Mr. Freeze, suppose Batman and Robin had to take on Mr. Freeze. What tool would probably help them the most in their struggle? A bat chisel and bat hammer, a bat pillow and bat blanket, a bat pencil and bat paper, or some bat self-confidence?
But that should be right.
Hey, got a minute? Take a look at a right answer. A frieze is a type of decorative wall sculpture.
Take that, Mr. Freeze. What do you think, Robin?
Holy Michelangelo, Batman, you've turned Mr. Freeze into Mr. Freestanding pile of rubble.
Category, please. This category is known as Pirates in Perfect Harmony. Play your cards right, you win $4,000. Think fast. If the Barbary States formed a barbershop quartet, what would you definitely not see? Morocco singing bass, Algeria singing baritone, Tunisia singing tenor, or Syria singing alto?
Okay, so Syria is not part of it.
Syria isn't one of the Barbary States. Yeah, I guess the other Barbary state said that with a thin mustache and a candy-striped jacket, it looked like a real dumbass, Gus. Thank you very much. Okay. Now serving an older roadside attraction. You get 4,000 clams for this one. Take a look at the following picture from the roadsides of America's past. If you saw signs like us, you would know the sponsor was Barbasol, Burma Shave, Lucky Strike, or Subi Honey.
Guess not.
Here's what you should have picked. From the 20s until about the 60s, little advertising poems were spread at intervals on highway signs for Burma Shave. Nowadays, when you have to sit and wait to read an ad, it's known as the web. I need a cat. May I introduce a modern English lesson? One right answer and $6,000 head your way. Sure, you know the lyrics to every hit song from the 80s, but can you diagram a sentence? Take a look at this line from the 80s hit by modern English and tell me in which case is the pronoun you being used in this sentence. Possessive case, objective case, nominative case, or hopeless case? No, it would be the possessive case.
There goes
if, for instance, I
my
were to say, I'll stop the world and melt with
high
your
scoreboard.
sister. The correct answer is... The pronoun you is being used in the objective case in this sentence because it is the object of the preposition with. So we can now answer in the affirmative that yes, that song can be even more annoying. Category, please. attack, huh? I got news for you. Not all attacks are equal. Here's your clue. Oh, geez, honey, I forgot your gift. I hope you remembered your brain. Good luck.
No, it's not pearls. No. That's accurate. Wait, it's tin. That would be silver.
Played. Let's see how you affected your final score. That's the game. Player, I couldn't have done a better job myself.
Well, I'll make the high scoreboard no matter what. Now let's listen to some
seriously,
ads.
player, and I don't say this to just everybody.
You don't know Jack!
Beautiful people, I have not seen a show this good since 1950. Never mind, roll the credits. Hey Raul, are we playing again?
Doing the high scoreboard shuffle, knocking somebody right out of their place. Way to go. I'm impressed. Hey, if you
Well, I
wanna play another
suppose
game,
if I do start all this again, I could uninstall the game.
My thighs don't stick together. I can even wear Daisy Dukes.
Hey, I have jock itch.
Get your own product, buddy. Wait, I'll walk with you.
Ooh, your thighs are so slippery.
Don't let Chub Rub ruin your social life. If you have thunder thighs, you need Cellulube.
There's nothing I like better on an intercontinental airplane trip than a fresh pack of cigarettes.
Excuse me, sir. You can't smoke that in here. This is a non-smoking flight.
Damn this smoke!
Now all flights are non-smoking.
Whoa. Calm down there, buckaroo. Now there's a smoke-free way to get your nicotine fix without throwing a nicotine fit.
Smoke-free? How?
With new Cancer Stick Lip Balm. Cancer Stick Lip Balm delivers a powerful dose of nicotine directly through your lips and straight into your bloodstream.
But what about my live fast, die young machismo image?
Don't worry. Cancer Stick contains the same deadly carcinogens you've come to expect from a pack of badass unfiltereds.
Hey, now we're smoking. Thank you, Cancer Stick.
Cancer Stick, putting a softer, more kissable nail in your coffin.
How many times is your tarot reading sounded like this?
The days ahead will be filled with events and situations.
What does it mean?
That's $20.
Then it's time to visit the Silver Lining Tarot Center, where every reading is one you can feel good about.
Hey, the butterscotch pudding card. That means 2 helpings of dessert tonight.
Really?
Here at Silver Lining, you'll never see an unsettling tarot card because we've removed them all. Cups, wands, dead people on horses, all gone. Replaced with sunny, uplifting images the whole family can enjoy.
Oh, aren't those the...
Puppies. Wow!
Our readers
Aren't
provide you with accurate, ready-to-use
usually a
information
sign
or
of
your
bad
money back.
things
You
to
won't
come?
notice any seats on the bus going home today, but there's one behind the lady in the blue parka.
Silver Lining Tarot Center, making the great beyond just a little bit greater.
Wedgies, Grundies, Pink Bellies. Is your child victim to violence in the playground? Find out tonight.
You've seen the video of the alien autopsy? And you say you still don't believe? Well, here's the video the government really doesn't want you to see. Alien routine checkup. Let's listen to the hearing test.
Right? Left? Right?
You're probably asking yourself, is it real or is it faux? Would a fake doctor do this?
Okay now, Mr. Alien, turn your head.
Doctor, those aren't my testicles. These are my testicles.
Due to the graphic nature of this video, we recommend you don't watch it alone.
Okay, now, Mr. Alien, I need
Or
you to...
eat
I
while
wouldn't
watching.
do that, Doctor. I tend to clamp up.
Order before midnight tonight and get a free bonus tape. Alien's funniest home video.
Oh, I should be able to sink this putt as long as I avoid the pond. Oh, help! Your water burns my scaly alien skin! Help!
Wasn't that a riot? Order now before you come to your senses.
Okay, time to change discs. And we're back. I actually listened to the audio CD that came with this recently. They should have included the stuff from this game as well. Oops, I meant to say having a good time. Ew. Well, as long as it's not lampreys.
Hello, welcome. I need to get a little information from you. How many people will be playing? One player? Good. Competition only slows down the game. Is this the first time on the... Back for more punishment, are you? Oh, just kidding. We all love you here. Type your name. Very good. If you feel like buzzing, use the letter B. Enjoy the ride. See you at the bottom.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide. This episode of You Don't Know Jack, The Ride, is brought to you by new 52-card Pickup 2000, available on PlayStation and CD-ROM. It's your favorite old card games with a cyber twist.
I mean, that sounds like fun.
No bending over. And now, please welcome your host, Nate Shapiro.
Woo! All right, welcome. Now let's see you get in there and win this game. Nothing else matters, right? All right. Now then, shall we play a game?
Yes.
Talk to me. Give me a value.
God, I hate this format.
That's what it's worth, then. Here's what it's called. When will this stupid game be over?
I have like 4 games
you know
to
how
go.
They always say that a sporting event isn't over till the fat lady sings? Suppose the saying went, it ain't over till the redhead tugs on her ear. Whose appearance would signal the end of the game? Lucille Ball, Kathy Griffin, Vicki Lewis, or Carol Burnett? Yeah, Carol Burnett always ended her TV show with a tug on her ear. But to blend in with the athletes, maybe she'll also grab her crotch and spit. Okay, what's the value?
Oh yeah, baby.
One. All right, the category is...
I kind of hate how I made it impossible for me to win.
Game.
I don't want to restart it at Christmas because I want to get that second ending to this game.
Come on, guys, the well's gonna run dry, you know. Anyway, here's the deal. Which of the following is not a category in the Genus 4 edition of Trivial Pursuit? Geography, history, wildcard, or arts and entertainment? Geography was a category in the first edition. Which is fine with me because I really couldn't give a flying crap about what the state flower of Alaska is. I'm sorry, Alaska.
That would probably matter if you're playing a Carmen Sandiego game.
Thank you very much, and here is your category. Simon Says, unplug your computer. Okay, ready for a quick game of Simon Says? You better be. Here we go. Simon Says, stand up. Simon Says, slap your thighs with both hands. Simon Says, hop up and down. Simon Says, stop slapping your thigh with your right hand and start tapping your chin with your right hand. Stop slapping your left thigh. Simon Says, stop tapping your chin. Simon Says, stop hopping up and down. Simon Says, sit down, buzz in, and choose the answer that states what you should still be doing. Should you still be hopping up and down, slapping your left thigh? Simon never said to stop slapping your left thigh.
Yeah, well, it's my commentary and it's my playing, so...
Okay, you can stop slapping your left thigh. Okay, kiddo, what's this one gonna be worth? Okay, the category is... Little balls and your sanity. Okay, get your fingers ready. Let's get busy. Say you've lost all of your marbles. What game will you not be able to play? Chinese checkers, Chinese jump rope, mahjong, or Sun Tzu? You need marbles to play Chinese checkers. Although it is tough to play when you're bound up in a straitjacket. And hey, Simon didn't say to stop slapping your thigh. Hey, buzz in. There you go. Okay, the category is...
Look out! Gary Kasparov has a gun!
You got your finger ready to buzz? Okay, let's get it on. Which of these lists contains, in order, a game animal, a piece in a chess game, and the setting for a game of bocce? A dove, a glove, and some love, a call of... Beauty. You know, and
somewhere along the lines we're gonna get a Buzz cameo, because even he deserves a little bit of justice.
Time that buzzer to select your value.
Good
Why
enough.
did the chicken cross the road?
Aww.
Alright, you know what to do. Buzz in on the...
But I got everything I need, so I shouldn't be complaining about the
All
roadkill.
the correct answers if you want that bonus. Alright, you ready? Let's punch it. Saints Barracuda and Brave Blank.
Heart.
What do these two things have in common? Kick-ass combat pilot and Pet Detective Ventura.
Ace. Alrighty then.
Score!
Anti-auto theft device and 5-iron.
Well, that thing you put on your steering wheel can be used as a club.
Batman villain and Steve Miller band song.
The Joker, of course. May Harley Quinn rest in peace.
A girl's best friend and Blank in the Rock.
Diamond.
Can lift a car and ran up the hill with Jill. Gardening tool and Detective Sam.
Spade.
Bonus time! What do all the correct answers have in common? Are they all? They got a deck of cards!
So, also plan next year, maybe I'll try and do a 25th anniversary playing of Super Solver's reading, but that could take a long time. Considering I have no patience with those robots after a while.
Okay. Give it to me. Okay, how much money am I giving away? Gotcha, okay, coming up.
And at the end of next year, I will do a full playing of Gizmos and Gadgets.
Alright, let's say you're hosting this week's Saturday night poker game. If you want to make your rec room seem more like a casino, what should you do? Yeah, casinos usually don't have clocks in them, so the people lose track of time and gamble longer. Of course.
Because I don't want to play Word Detective or Yukon Trail or Math Munchers anymore.
Okay, hit your buzzer and try to snag
But if I do a commentary for...
Anyway, here's what it's called.
If I do the playing for Gizmos and Gadgets, it'll be a commentary-free playing.
Okay, put your finger on your buzzer and get ready. Here we go. Which of these is the best explanation of peristalsis? Your colon is playing Marco Polo. Peristalsis is the
also
wave-like
this
muscle
Christmas,
contraction
besides
that moves your food
getting
down your esophagus.
Treasure Cove done and over with, I will also...
Slap your buzzer and give me a value.
I gotta get a good one. The next one is a frickin' Dis or Dat.
Actually, it turns out that that's a pretty good pick. That's right, kiddo. It's time to find out what you're really made of. It is time to Dis or Dat.
I will do I won't do a full playing of Kiwi Craze. I'll just play until I'm exhausted or something. Because I have never finished the game. And those are hard. A hard game.
Solid or a strike.
I hate that we can't skip the instructions in this game.
Cash in for each one you get right, but you lose out for each one you get wrong or that you don't get to. Alright, you can have 30 seconds to nail all 7. Get your fingers on those numbers, here we go. 8 ball, solid or strike? 10. All right, count it.
No high scoreboard for me, but we're still gonna listen to the credits.
Buzz it in, baby. What do you want? There's your value, and the category you picked is called...
Get ready for an angry game show
give
host.
you a buzz. Okay, here's the deal. Shit, let's turn this stupid thing off. Hang on a second. Hello?
Hey, cuz. How you doing?
Buzz, what are you doing? I'm in the middle of a game here. Where are you calling from?
Where do you think I'm calling from? The bottom. We're all here.
Schmitty and Cookie and Guy, they're all down there with you?
Yeah.
Huh, very interesting. Well, you guys keep your clothes on and maybe I'll meet you down there eventually. See you later.
Wait a second.
What? I'm in the middle of a game. What do you want?
What do I want? What do I want?
Cut the indignant crap, Buzz.
I want to host my own shows. That's what I want.
Get over it, kiddo.
Hey, look, I'm sorry things didn't work
What
out.
kind of is this supposed to be if I don't get my own show?
Well, Buzz was supposed to
How
host
about I give you
something
your own
here,
guest
but
host question?
obviously the other host wouldn't let him.
Buzz, calm down for Christ's sake. Do you want to host a guest?
Why do they
question
pick on
or not?
Buzz?
But I don't have a question.
Well, how about the one about the Buzz game?
Really? You'd let me do the Buzz game question?
Sure. Why not?
Well, it's just that when you left, the last thing you said is, never do the Buzz game question. Never, 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 never.
Well, now you can!
Okay.
Okay. All right, then. You remember that game Buzz when you start counting and replace numbers with the word Buzz? What a great game. All right, take a look at the following sequence and see if you can figure out the number that's causing the buzzes. 52, 53, buzz, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, buzz, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, buzz, 67, 68.
Well, that took an eternity. Is it 2, 6, 12, or 69? Which of these numbers?
6 is the magic number.
This game was basically the last hurrah for Nate, Buzz, and Guy Towers,
Pick a number, and whenever that number or a multiple
as
of
Cookie
that
and
number
Schmitty
comes
would
up,
take over
you say
and
buzz.
host
Well, there you go, Buzz.
intermittently.
You did the Buzz game question.
I think Cookie's like in charge full time now in the
See ya,
full
Buzz.
stream.
Well, that was very entertaining.
I never
Let's get
played
on with
full
the game.
stream or the 2015 game.
Okay. Hey, sweet. Okay, here's what we're doing. Live long and kick some butt. Alright, we all know that Mr. Spock from Star Trek has that nifty ability to mind meld with people, right? So tell me, because it involves melding, what activity would Mr. Spock be really good at? Shuffleboard? Meld means show your cards, basically. So Spock might be melding if he's playing, say, you know, game of Pinochle. Yeah, that's right, Pinochle. Go ahead, make your jokes. Hey, buzz in to select... Thank you. And the
Also, once I'm
category
done
is-
with this, I am going to do a compilation
Sunny
of the
day,
question,
chasing the clouds
opening
away.
questions, and the
Okay, think back to your
answers they
substitute
give
watching
you.
days and tell me. Which one of these things is not like the others? Oscar the Grouch, Spam, Prince Albert, or Nerf Ball? The Nerf Ball is the only one that doesn't come in a can.
That would be an interesting concept.
Yeah, do you have Prince Albert in a can?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you have Marv Albert in a can?
What?
Time that buzzer to select your value.
Oh, I got a big one for the unusually big one.
Here's your clue, and you can quote me on this one. In their own Are you listening to me? Hey, over here. In their own worlds. Okay, pay attention.
Oh. I have to focus on authors. Though I swear this was recycled from something. Okay, let's listen to the awesome commercials that came with this game.
Damn, almost perfect. Of course, it's not like
I should do a separate thing and call it Greatest Hits of Jack. Just for the songs used in this. Not including the jingles.
Playing solitaire on the computer is fun, right? But it's hard to remember all those rules. Now there's a computer card game that gets back to the basics.
52 card pickup 2000.
That's right. 52 card pickup 2000 does all the work by throwing the virtual deck all over the virtual room.
Oh, I made it on after all.
There are cards all over the place.
You know what to do next.
Here's the 4 of clubs under this couch. I'm gonna pick it up.
Wow, there's 3 or 4 under this table. I'm gonna pick them up.
You can play by yourself or set up exciting tournament play. With your web browser, you can even play other people across the internet.
God,
It's
I hope
simple.
I...
It's
Oh, wait, I don't
repetitive.
get to play that Dementia yet.
You'll wonder why you ever owned a real deck of cards.
This week on the James Brown Celebrity Scrabble Tournament, the Godfather of Soul takes on former child star Rusty O'Dean.
What? 57 points.
H-W-U-N-A-W-U-H?
What?
That's not a word.
In a minute. Jump back.
Come on, this isn't fair.
I tell you what, fair.
Tuesday after Hallie McNeil.
Good morning, everyone.
Because Ally
Today,
McBeal's a
I'm
huge
cooking
show
with
at the
Jax.
time.
We're going to make blueberry pancakes with the help of our friend Sparky. Doesn't that sound good, Sparky? Sparky's going to start us off by mixing the batter. Why don't you start with the eggs, Sparky? Well, it looks like Sparky has mashed the eggs into a sloppy mess. Why don't we try measuring out the flour instead? Okay, let's turn on the oven. Go ahead, Sparky.
That should be the stove if you're making
It
pancakes.
looks like Sparky hit a pipe trying to turn on the oven. So we're going to evacuate the building now. See you next time on Cooking with Yax. Come on, Sparky. No, Sparky. We don't eat the matches. Sparky.
What did they expect was gonna happen?
Tune in this week as 5 Frosty finalists compete for the title of World's Strongest Snowman.
Man, they were doing reality shows before reality shows were a full-time thing.
Snowball Bob's mouth. It's in place.
Oh, Snowball Bob just couldn't hang on to it.
Okay, the coal truck is backed up right beside Mr. Shivers. And here comes the
I
coal
do
out of the dump
keep
chute.
watching Survivor.
Oh, it looks like Mr. Shivers did not hold up very well.
Carrot Nose will attempt to wrestle this polar bear. Ouch! The bear has taken a bite out of his carroty nose.
He should have used a button.
The world's strongest snowman competition. Are you snowman enough?
Bring nature to your bathroom with
twigs and leaves.
That's gonna be
very
painful.
natural toilet paper made of
I hope they inspected those so
It's
that
not
no one
post-consumer
accidentally wipes
content. It's
poison
not recycled
ivy
paper.
on
It's not
themselves.
even paper. It's just
twigs and leaves.
We collect from the forests of
America.
Back in the natural days, before there were real bathrooms, before there was toilet paper, they used
twigs and leaves.
Take up a sack today, now with 50% fewer thorns, not for use with actual plumbing systems.
So what would
Tonight
they?
on the Nature Channel,
Where would they put it?
is part 2 of the critically acclaimed documentary Ducks. Part 2 of Ducks, tonight at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, only on the Nature Channel.
Oh joy, the Swabberoo's theme. I actually did comment on how I would definitely watch it, but I actually realized they actually did make a show out of it. It's called Big Love. Ah.
Went to a party in the 60s, threw their keys into a punch bowl, and then each lady went off with a fella other than the one with whom she came. 9 months later we became a family, bought a groovy pad, and then we changed our name
To the Swabberoos. The Swabberoos.
Got those non-traditional
The
alternative
family blues.
Be
Father's never easy.
Father's never easy.
Especially when
you don't know whose you are. But we're so proud our seeds were intermingled. And it really helps to have the extra car.
Can I have an advance on my allowance?
Ask your father.
Which one?
I love you, moms and dad.
Make sure your parents sign the permission slip.
With 4 parents, I'll need a bigger slip.
Good night, honey.
Good night, honey.
Good night, honey.
Good night, honey.
With a swap-a-roos.
I hope for their sake there was no Parents' Day episode or Career Day episode.
Mom and dad and mom, there's no way we can ever lose. Swap-a-roos.
Hey, that turned out pretty good.
Oh, is that it? Okay. Next up, offline. And we're back. I kind of wish they re-released all the games just so they could have this auto-run screen. This is basically a version of basically Volume 3 without... that's full of questions that didn't make the cut for Volume 3.
Hello, players. My name is Raul, not to be confused with Cookie the host. I'm the guy you gotta talk to get to Cookie the host, and you can start off by telling...
Recycled audio, for example.
Then what it is. Type in your name. Yeah, alrighty. Got
30
it. That's
seconds.
what I needed. Thanks. Your buzzer is the letter B as in Babbage, which is something that rhymes with cabbage.
20 seconds.
Oh, 20 seconds. Okay, look. Listen.
This is the last game that would have the choice of a 7 or 21 question game. After that, it's all 15, or in the Law School's case, 6. Plus the Jack Attack.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Yeah, this is it. You don't know Jack. Did you get your parents to sign your permission slip? Cause, you know, I just can't let you on the bus without it. Okay, just check. So it's just you playing this time around, huh? Nothing
Let's
to be
see
ashamed
how
of.
well I
Just
do.
Let it happen again. Well, let's get started. Category. And this one is, wipe this. How does $2,000 sound? Hey, you know how companies always say their products are new and improved? If Owens Corning improved its surface cleaning product 401 to become 401k, how would the product be new and improved? Removes stains and makes real estate deals. Picks 401k is a type of retirement investment fund.
I used to make a joke that the Jets would make Owens Corning fiberglass insulation out of the Florida Panthers every time they kick their butts.
Pick a category. This one likes to go by snail tracks, and we got $3,000 in the pot. Okay, let's say you and your partner decide to try something a little adventurous. Which piece of acrobatic athletic equipment would you and your partner need to recreate the lovemaking techniques of slugs? An airboard, a bungee cord, a surfboard, or a trampoline?
Maybe a bungee cord?
After circling each other to form a slimy trail, both sluggy partners shoot out a jet of slime and mate while suspended in midair.
Makes sense.
Sex on a bungee cord. Would that be bungee humping? Okay, I need a category.
Son, you best be out of town before I count to 3.
This little number's known as Date Me 2 times, baby. Date me twice today. This one can net you $1,000. I had this dream the other night, and in it, I asked you this question. Suppose Love Connection sent one of its lucky couples to the International Date Line. Which of these wacky scenarios would we hear about on the show?
You wear a Speedo to swim in the Pacific.
She packed high heels to walk in Siberia.
His toupee blew off in a Sahara sandstorm.
Or
he ordered Budweiser
It's
in a
either
London
one or
pub.
4.
The International Date Line runs mostly through the Pacific Ocean, so no country is divided between 2 days. But you know, my international date line is Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? I need a category. Let's see what we got going. Bargain shopping in TV land. You get this one right and it's $3,000. Let's see if you can wrap your head around that. If you shoplift in Greenwich Village, to whose police station would you most likely be taken? Sonny Crockett's, Barney Miller's, Beretta's, or Joe Friday's? Barney Miller works in the village. He'd be the one busting your chops.
Because Crockett would be in Miami, Joe Friday would be in California, God knows where Beretta would be.
And if you're really bad, they'll make you sit in a can with fish. All right, hit me.
Give me one good reason.
I'll give you 5!
For your enjoyment, Lifestyles of the Rich and Cheesy. $2,000 for a correct answer. So I was looking for some cheese yesterday, and I found this diary in my fridge. And I read it. Check it out. Dear Diary, I love being Italian. Today I went to the spa. They soaked my curd in hot water, then kneaded and stretched me until I was the perfect consistency. Whose diary entry is this? Brie, American, mozzarella, or gorgonzola? Mozzarella is one of the pasta filata
Hold on.
cheeses in that. That's how they're made.
Next time I'm gonna get a parent to text me if I have to do the phone and commentary.
What doing keeping a diary, I'll never know. Okay, pick a category. This category is known as The Pope is the Towel Boy. This one's worth $1,000. Let's rock. Given his place in the Roman Catholic hierarchy, John the Baptist would most likely play professional sports for which team? The Anaheim Angels, the New Jersey... Oh, what a shame.
I meant to push 3.
Let's take a look at the right answer. He's best known as Saint John
And I
the
would have been
Baptist.
wrong.
Too bad it's a football team because he's known for his dunking. Category, please.
Oh my god, I died? I've died and gone to...
Coming at you, what's small, gray, and scurries? Get it right, I'm handing over $2K. Imagine you're driving along one night and something small darts out in front of you, is paralyzed with fear, and remains in front of your car as you plow into it with a resounding thud. Now, if you get out of your car and discover that you've run over an innocent little old lady, with what offense will you most likely be charged? Involuntary manslaughter, first-degree murder, second-degree murder, or voluntary manslaughter? Accidental deaths due to car accidents are usually classified as involuntary manslaughter. Of course, if the little old lady just happens to be your mother and you just took out a life insurance policy for her naming you as the beneficiary, well then that's just classified as good timing. Okay, I need a... I got some good news for you. You're about to move into a dis or dat.
Well, now thanks to Dad, I may have to edit a bit out.
This or that questions category is sequels are hell. Okay, I'm gonna read a... Okay, Maestro, if you think you know the rules, I'll go ahead and put 30 seconds on the clock. Let's go in. General Eisenhower, World Wars are...
Oops, I meant to say
General Zhukov. Admiral Akbar. General Dodonov. General Rommel. Admiral Yamamoto. Not memorable, but not terrible. Yeah, I need 3 more categories. Hit me. I need a category.
Hey, wait a minute. Are you guys German spies?
Well, wasn't he already dead by this point?
Only a Friday
By the time this game was released?
You're playing for $3,000 cash money. Heads up, here it comes. If Charlton Heston were to make a movie called Planet of the Apiaries, what would he be fighting? Talking ducks, talking chipmunks?
Easy.
An apiary is the place where bees are housed. Get your damn stingers off of me! All right, hit me. And I believe this one's called So Martha Stewart May Continue Living, and it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Flex those fingers, because here it comes. Which of the following festive dishes could you whip up to impress Martha Stewart and not poison her? Yew berry preserves, holly berry compote, juniper berry jam, or mistletoe berry tarts? Juniper berries are not poisonous. They're the main flavoring ingredient in gin.
Why are Christmas decorations not
Gin just might make
edible?
Martha tolerable. Okay, either you finished round 1 or
I never
you
even
have
heard
another
of
round to go.
berries.
You know, depending on how you look at these things. Now remember, everything in round 2 is worth double, so heads up. Category, please. This one's called Food Courts and Bodily Fluid. Set up straight. This one's worth $6,000. Let's see how you handle this one. If your body were a big strip mall, which store would have the most sweat glands for sale? Ear One, Hand and Foot Locker, Walden Butts, or Chest King? Your palms and soles have more sweat glands than any other part of your body.
Really? More than my pits?
Yep, even more than Orifice Depot. Okay, I need a category. 12! Well, looks like this category is Bustin' Makes Me Feel Good. Play your cards right, you win $4,000. Okay, we all know that there are bad ghosts, like in the Amityville Horror, that bring you flies, and there are good ghosts, like in Field of Dreams, that bring you a baseball team. If you're haunted by a ghost from Henrik Ibsen's play Ghosts, what would it bring you? Wishes, death, syphilis, or lutefisk?
Henrik Ibsen's Ghosts. Huh.
Let this be a lesson to you.
Yeah, this was probably 2.
Hey, got a minute? Take a look at a right answer.
Syphilis?
The family in Henrik Ibsen's play Ghosts is haunted by their late father's hereditary syphilis.
Ew.
And the exorcism is very painful, I've heard. I need a category.
I finally conquered my triskaidekaphobia.
13! Say hello to My Kid Would Never Change Colors, and you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. Just step up and take a swing at this one. Which of these is not a message that the game Pac-Man can be accused of sending to young kids? Eat the special pills and you'll be invincible. Ghosts exist and they're out to get you. If you try hard enough, you can fly, or fruit can float in the air. If you take Pac-Man too seriously, you might think that fruit can fly, ghosts exist, and special pills make you invincible. But you wouldn't start believing you can fly.
If he could fly over those barriers, well, it would be too easy a game.
Pac-Man cartoon taught kids they could fly. It was right after the lesson about dynamite making your eyes bulge out.
Okay. Going up, 10, 11, 12, 14.
May I introduce the horse and the honky? This one can net you $6,000. Put it in gear, cause here we go. If Archie Bunker had ever told Mr. Ed to stifle himself, what would Mr. Ed possibly have tried to do? Spit hay on himself, knee himself, mount himself, or brush himself?
Now that I don't know.
A stifle is the joint at the top of a horse's leg which corresponds to the knee of a human being. intelligent creature. I'm sure Mr. Ed would just need Archie instead. All right, hit me.
Number one's obviously a Sesame Street question.
Open wide and get ready for Stick a Fork in Me, I'm done. $2,000 says you don't know this one. Okay, it's time for a little logical thinking, as opposed to what you normally do. If no man is an island, which of these is definitely not a man? Sweden, Denmark, England, or Iceland? If Denmark weren't a man, its name would be Denmartia.
Oh.
For the curious, here's the right answer. Iceland is the only island in this puzzle.
Oh.
Yeah, those neutral nations don't know that sometimes you gotta fight to be a man. Okay, I need a category. The category is Bosoms, the musical. Get it right, I'm handing over 2K. Hope you brought your suit. It's time to get wet. If Harlequin romances were really about Harlequins, which of the following would be an appropriate title? Wicked. A Harlequin is a type of clown. I was once in a relationship with a clown, but every time I tried to kiss her, that big red nose got in the way. You know, because I've been drinking a lot. I need a category.
Scientists...
See, I haven't done a gibberish question yet, have I?
Here we have take two and go on tour in the morning. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Think fast. What would be the most appropriate name for a tribute band that only played cover versions of morphine songs? Motrin, Pamprin, Demerol, or Claritin? Demerol is a name brand for synthetic morphine.
Thanks, Michael.
But the trip just isn't the same without the baritone sax. All right, hit me. Pucker up for. The fries always come first with me. Get a right answer, you're walking away with $4,000. Now everybody knows the age-old question, which came first, the chicken or the egg, right? If you ask Ronald McDonald which came first, what would he answer? The McChicken, the McRib, the Egg McMuffin, or the Chicken McNugget? McDonald's introduced the Egg McMuffin in 1973, and breakfast has never been the same. Which still leaves the question of which came first, the egg or the Canadian bacon. Okay, pick a category. Now serving, when yuppies really suffer. You get 4,000 clams for this one. Hey, remember that show 30-something where a bunch of attractive people sat around whining? It's called Friends now. If the show were called 1930-something, which of the following would most likely be a plot line? Gary gets drafted to fight in World War II, Ellen whines about not being able to vote, Hope writes an expose on new drug penicillin, or Michael loses money in the Great Depression. The Great Depression started in 1929 and continued throughout the 30s.
And the U.S. didn't get involved in World War II until 1941.
The whole country is in turmoil. People are jumping out of windows. My wife doesn't understand me. And worst of all, I'm going gray.
Oh, wait, didn't his character die?
Category, please. Shake hands with. Boy George is dreamy. Better wake up. There's $6,000 at stake. You know how in the 80s song Karma Chameleon, Boy George sings about his dream being red, gold, and green? Well, imagine Boy George had been dreaming about Kwanzaa. If his dream were the same color as the Pan-African flag, what color would it have been? Red, black, and green, purple, gold, blue, black. The colors of the Pan-African flag are red, black, and green.
Oh, this could be my best playing yet.
Must have been having one of those nightmares where he's attacked by his own hair. Okay, I need a category. Ah, you think you know the attack, huh? I got news for you. Not all attacks are equal. Here's your clue. Where did I see that kid? also known as things not to say in a hospital nursery. And here we go.
Father knows best, I think. Is this another Bradford? Oh, right. I'm surprised they didn't bring Haley Joel Osment back for that reboot.
Slap my face and call me sugar. Let's see how you jack your final score. That's the game. Wow, you were the best guest we had this whole game. Really? Now do me a favor. Take a quick look to your left, now your right, and repeat after me. You don't know Jack.
I think I'm going to be at the top. Definitely at the top.
Well, player, you are currently our You Don't Know champ. First place, top score, #1, and it doesn't really mean much of anything. If you'd like to play again, let me know.
Ouch, damn spot.
I used to stay up nights torturing myself.
Man.
Thinking about how I failed as a wife and mother. I tried
I have a
everything,
dilemma on my
but nothing seemed
hands.
to get those stubborn stains off my conscience. Then a friend told me about Lady Macbeth's industrial strength detergent with new color-safe bleach alternative. With Lady Macbeth, I was able to sleep with my nephew and lock my newborn baby in a cage without having to deal with those tough guilt stains the next day.
I should jot
Now
down
my
all
conscience
the
is clean, and it smells
Louder,
like
Faster,
cool
Funniers I
nothing.
played and make sure I replay them.
Get over here, you little
Hey, I got an idea. Maybe I'll
That's
replay
okay,
all the
'cause
ones.
I don't have to be responsible for my
No, wait, I
careless
didn't
spills and
hit
falls
F
anymore.
at the beginning,
The lady
so.
at my house is Lady Macbeth.
Okay, what I will do is I will play them while I do the
Brought to you by the American
holiday
Health Fund.
acknowledgements.
Wow, man, the colors.
Next week on Hallie McNeil. Hallie, I've been meaning to say something to you about your attire.
Well, whenever I get depressed, I shorten my skirts.
But you're naked.
I know, and I feel so much better already. So about that court date tomorrow.
Do you want me to turn down the air conditioning?
Hallie McNeil. Mondays.
Independence Day, Men in Black, Armageddon. These films have defined the meaning of summer blockbuster. Until now!
Don't you get it? I wouldn't want anyone else if you were the only other person left on Earth.
Oh my God, I love you.
Ethan Hawke, Julia Roberts, Andrew McCarthy, and Antonio Banderas in Lethal Sensitivity. Critics and audiences agree, Lethal Sensitivity is extremely sensitive.
Oh my God, when Andrew McCarthy did that thing with his eyes. That thing with his eyes. It was like that other movie where he did that thing with his eyes. Yeah.
Says WEQN Radio in Toledo, when McCarthy does that thing with his eyes, watch out! With profoundly emotional performances by Hawke and Roberts, their sensitivity will rock you.
Everything I do for you.
You're the most beautiful man I've ever met.
And WEQN Radio in Toledo says Banderas is a smoldering yet sensitive Latin dynamo. No woman can resist his charms.
Hello, baby. Miss me?
Don't you miss Lethal Sensitivity. It's time to get vulnerable. Playing at theaters everywhere for about a week.
Hey, Gunther, why so glum?
I've got the jackboots and the army fatigues, but my skinhead buzz cut just doesn't seem to intimidate people like it used to. I've lost my edge.
Yeah, man, you look like that vegan tree hugger I thrashed at last week's Save the Sponge rally.
Maybe I should get another swastika tattoo.
A tattoo's not gonna do anything about that pimp-ass haircut. Here, try this.
Hey, what are you doing to my head?
It's a new product from the Neo Reich Laboratories. It's called Hair Today, Goon Tomorrow. Just spray it on. Wait a couple of minutes, and you got a full head of greasy, intimidating hair. But that's not all.
I can feel it tingling.
Those are the mind-closing additives working their way into your brain. You'll soon be despising a lot more than your run-of-the-mill ethnic types.
Hey, I think I'm starting
You know, I should double check and go through everything to see if there's a manual or something.
That's right. No, that's right.
What I will do is I will play the episodes of Louder, Faster, Funnier when I do the holiday acknowledgements and replay them as favorites for next season as a separate playing, even though the plan is to do all the standalones in one go. Brief intermission time. And here we go again.
Hey there, I'm Sandy.
Oh, someone new.
First off, how many people are playing the game? You're playing solo, huh? Alright then, let's have a name. Let's get this baby rolling. Pick which episode you want to play. And if you're looking for your favorites, hit F.
Uh-oh. Dare me? I can start this again if it does crash.
30 seconds. Your buzzer is the letter B as in bra. Hey, I'm wearing one right now. 20 seconds. Alright, listen up. Take notes. As soon as you think you know the answer to a question, buzz in. Then you have to hit the number that corresponds to the answer you want. Got that? Would you go already?
So let's see if this episode will crash the computer like that one question that crashed the TV game. It's a joke, right?
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Hey there, how's it going? Hey, listen, welcome to the technical difficulties episode. You see, we just got this brand spanking new computer system and we're trying it out with this episode. So we figured we'd devote the trivia to technology and all of its problems. Problems. Okay, I'm kidding. All right, pick a category. Coming at you. Is it really worth a brain tumor? You get it right, I'm putting you up.
Depends on what it is.
Hey guys, I got one of those new digital cell phones, and let me tell you, it's really great because this way I can call everybody on my phone and I can call it like da-da-da. That's a surveillance commercial, and most likely
Battery's running low. Anyway, ballet slippers, Fritos,
oh,
Rose
man.
O'Donnell, or pink ponies. Did you get all that?
No!
Well, looks like somebody's been doing the lambada lately.
Oh! Hey, this was reused from TV.
You know, I used to have a job cleaning up after the pink ponies. In fact, there were some nights when... sorry, gotta take that. Looks like it's time for more magical, crystal clear communication. Time to pick a category.
Question alert. Question alert.
This was reused, wasn't it?
Big warm welcome for Talk to Me, You Electronic Baby. I'm gonna give away $3,000 this time. Get the wax out of your ears. It's question time. If you told your computer that its unit of memory was outdated, what would be the most appropriate comeback?
Like me, you're fat. Ram it up your
or
your motherboard is a slut.
Hey, at least it didn't make fun of that floppy disk problem you've been having.
What an outdated concept.
Hey, if you got a minute, take a look at this. In computer speak, a byte is a unit of memory. But remember, words that come out of a computer aren't real, so they can't hurt you. Okay, dumbass? Give me a category.
So
This
basically,
one's
they
called
reused
My
stuff
Desktop
from
has no rhythm.
the
You
third
give me
one
the right answer, I'll
for
give
the
you $3,000. Think fast. It's
offline.
question time. If Miles Davis traded in his jazz career for a jazz drive, what would he have in the end? Less heart, but more storage on his computer. Less groove, but a faster internet connection. Perhaps, but what good is the ability to burn CDs when you lack the funk? Should have picked this one. They tell me a jazz drive is some technical thingamabob on your computer that lets you have lots of memory. And maybe if Miles Davis had had more memory, he wouldn't have had to make stuff up all the time and try to pass it off as improvisation. All right, I need a category. Open wide and get ready for Please Stand By. Let's see what you'll do for $1,000. Okay, so in this one, where's the question? Come on, come on! The question's not coming up. Okay, well, I'm supposed to hit this button here when that happens, so, let's see.
Due to technical difficulties, the regularly scheduled Jack question will not be aired. In place of it, we hope that you will enjoy one of our classic Jack questions. First aired the week of November 1st, 1964.
Well, gee, that's convenient.
Wasn't that an election day?
Alrighty, boys and girls, listen up, because this one's a real doozy. It's all about the wonders of modern technology. Which of your favorite television animals would have made the best companion for the first? The evil Soviet Union sent the first animal into space in 1957. A dog named Laika. Isn't that swell, kids? Of course, since it was a communist space mission, they let the dog die.
Category, please. Hey, bless smut with dime store.
It's time for a Flip for Dish Mess Fun.
Take a look at this gibberish category. Doctor, stop eating the baby. What do you say to $5,000 to start this gibberish question off? Now, as soon as you know the answer, you buzz in and start typing, because I'm going to take away some of that cash every second and a half. Okay, do me a favor and tell me what phrase this rhymes with. Spock bit toe, peck sore.
Spot bit toe, Spock bit toe, peck sore. Spock bit toe, peck sore.
First clue, nerds wear these. Now's the time to type in your answer. You know, believe it or not, I used to wear a pocket protector before I became hip. Now I just wrap my pens in a piece of tin foil and tape them to my belt. Throw me a category. And our special guest tonight, hyperactive kids, won't stop saying the darndest things. You get it right, you get $2K. One question coming right up. If your hyperactive child begins playing around in HyperCard, what will you get? A cell phone that constantly rings, a jet airplane that won't stop moving, a CD player that plays all songs too fast, or a computer program with no attention span. HyperCard is a computer program that allows people to make custom products, like games, on their computer. And do you know what you get if you put an infinite number of hyperactive kids typing at an infinite number of computers? NBC's fall lineup.
Oh.
Give me a category. The category, if my friends could flee me now. $1,000 at stake on this one. Golly gee, you know what I was just thinking about? How Kathy Lee Gifford used to do all those ads for Carnival Cruises. Low prices, fabulous nightlife, and all the Cody stories you can stomach. Say Carnival Cruise offers a fantastic voyage. If the cruise is modeled after the science fiction movie of the same name, what will Kathy Lee do in the commercial? Dive. Fantastic Voyage is this sci-fi classic where a submarine full of people is shrunk and injected into a human body. And then, of course, oh boy, all sorts of stuff goes wrong. Gee, this is great because nobody dresses up a colon like Kathy Lee. Am I right, folks, or am I right? category. Let's take a look at producers producing produce. You want 6,000 bucks? Give me your right answer. Eyes forward, we're going. If you see a movie called Attack of the Killer Flavor Saver Tomatoes, from what will the characters probably be running? Robotic tomatoes, genetically engineered tomatoes, radioactive tomatoes, or virtual reality tomatoes? Flavor Savers are tomatoes that have been genetically engineered to stay nice and firm after vine ripening. And boy, do these babies stay firm. I mean, you just want to touch them and hold them and squeeze them and hold them, but you know, you don't. No fondling the produce since the court order. All right, pick a category. Yeah, way to choose that category. You're about to get a bite out of a this or dat.
Well, at least they made it look different.
And this this or dat questions category is what?
The last one made it look like they painted over everything.
Okay, I'm ready if you are. Give me 30 seconds.
Uh-oh.
Let the games begin. Wolverine, Computer X-Men, Colossus, Cyclops, Storm, Whirlwind.
I don't remember that one.
Univac. Last one, Gambit. That's all. All zero. Alright, so you dropped a couple. I've seen worse. Let's look at your score. Alright, I need 3 more categories. Come on. Time to pick a category. For your enjoyment, had this been an actual emergency, you'd be dead. Sit up straight. This one's going to be worth $6,000. And now, your question. What would a joint test of the emergency broadcast system and the Columbia broadcast system sound like? Sound 1. Save yourselves! It's Ally McBeal! Sound 2. Oh no, it's Nash Bridges! Sound 3. We're all gonna die! It's suddenly Susan! Or sound 4. There is no God. It's Dharma and Greg. That sound was a combination of the emergency broadcast system's warning test and a warning about CBS's show Nash Bridges.
They don't use that sound anymore. They use something more annoying, and now it's everywhere on the radio, on your phones, and the TV.
Nothing bad happened. Oh my God. My legs. I can't move my legs. Category, please. Today's specialties include, I remember when video games cost a quarter. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Okay, it appears I'm getting a sign from our producer that we've lost visual for the next question. That's great. Do we still have audio? Okay, we still have audio, so I guess let's do a fill-in-the-blank question here. I just want you to stare at the line on the screen for a while, and I'm going to imitate a video game. And then you buzz in and type what game it is. So it goes like this. Bleep, bloop, bleep, bloop. Okay, so what is this first successful video game? It's all your... It's a video tennis game called Pong. It was launched by a top...
Ironically, there actually is a Pong game at my Junction Cineplex. It actually works like a air hockey game.
For the 90s. Yeah, the object will be to use your little paddle to kill everything on the screen. Throw me a category. For your viewing pleasure, anything you can do, a machine can do better. 4K coming your way for a right answer. Well, hey, I just got some good news. Yeah, I just heard that my bosses hope this new computer system will eventually replace me as the You Don't Know Jack host.
Ooh.
They know how much they need me, how irreplaceable I am. Here, I'll show you. Considering this movie shows humans triumphing over technology, which flick would best prove to my boss that a computer can't replace a Schmitty? Zap, Short Circuit, War Games, or Turk 182? No, not Short Circuit. Lil number 5 not only wins over the bad guys, he wins our hearts, too.
Shall we have the right answer?
Really?
So let us try and remember that a computer cannot do a person's job, especially a host's job, especially a host who... the teleprompter went down. Can somebody check that out, please? I don't know what to say now. I'm not sure what I should do. La 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 la. I'm a little...
Next question.
I'm so lonely. All right. The category is, it was the best of mimes, it was the worst of mimes. How does $2,000 sound? Pencils ready, let's do it. Suppose the first movable type printing press had technical difficulties. Given the first book it printed, which of these typos would have appeared? This line is a typo from the Bible, which, that's right, was the first major book printed by the first printing press. Of course, that's nothing compared to the part where God says, I am your God, and you are my pee hole. Time to pick a category. We're calling this one playing a room full of balls. I'll give you 4,000 clams for this bad boy. See if you can wrap your skull around this. If the animatronic animals at Chuck E. Cheese go haywire and run amok, which of the following will not knock you
I
down
don't think
and
it's a
eat your
purple
pizza?
monster.
No, there is a giant purple monster in the animatronic Chuck E. Cheese band.
Look,
And I am
Schmitty,
not
I've never
ashamed to
been
say
inside a
that
Chuck E.
it scares the hell out
Cheese.
of me. I could have given you some cash if you picked this one. There is no giant cat amongst the artificial animal ranks at Chuck E. Cheese. However, if you take your extra tokens to the steak joint next door, you can get a close-up look at plenty of, well, never mind.
Jack attack time. But we can't skip this dude. Oh wait, that's the next game. We can't skip him.
Well, a little edgy, aren't we? I thought someone switched to decaf. Here, try this clue. What kind of music machine are you? I'm one of those rolling rhythm machines. I toured with Human League back in '83. Yeah, baby.
No. Now that's one I've never heard before. Tin Machine.
Hey, not bad considering you played by yourself. Let's see what you
I don't
can
think
do
I'll make
some
the
more.
high
That's
score
the
here,
game.
but oh well, whatever.
Player one, I couldn't have done a better job myself because I wouldn't have played by myself. I would have found something else to do, you know? Now, but seriously, player one, and this isn't easy for me to say.
You don't know Jack!
We'll be done pretty soon.
Congratulations, player. I applaud you. Okay, It doesn't sound
Just
very impressive,
barely.
but it's sincere. You want to play another game? Just let me know. Make this one a... Okay.
He lost his health to a rare skin disease. It was as if God and the devil had decided to gamble with his life. But he refused to give up. He blocked out all the naysayers and kept his faith in God. And for this, he was rewarded. His patience led to a business twice as big as before, a family twice as loving, and his health. It's the story you haven't read. Patient Plaything. Job. Tomorrow on B. True Biblical Story.
Dude, I want to go to that Butthole Surfer show, but I'm, all blocked up.
Dude, have you tried blowing out your ass?
Dude, I have not.
Dude, it's not your parents' laxative.
Dude, give me some.
Okay, dude, but you better drop trout.
All right, dude.
Dude, blowing out your ass is a laxative that's extreme. Set your own rules. Anybody says you can't have a fiber-free burrito and cheese fry lifestyle, you tell them, blow it out your ass.
Dude, that was radical laxative awesomeness.
Dude, blowing out your ass. Guaranteed to paint the wall every time.
Live your own life.
The chicken is amazing.
Best chicken ever.
What's the secret?
The secret's in the special fats and oils we fry 'em in. Nobody makes chicken right like Dr. Benway's fried chicken and liposuction shack. The secret's in the fat.
Ew!
Tonight, on the World of Sports Network 2, we continue with our countdown of the worst athletes of the 20th century. At number 53, Herb Dunkel, accounts receivable clerk and last-minute fill-in for the Johnson Tool and Die Company bowling team. Come on, Dunkel, we need this one. Dunkel, you suck!
You bowl like my mother!
Herb Dunkel, the man, some say, who bowled like your mother.
Cheap liposuction?
That's so cheap.
How do you make liposuction so cheap?
All you. Your ugly fat gets eaten away. Better breasts and thighs at Dr. Benway's fried chicken and liposuction shack. Where the fat goes, nobody knows.
The chicken.
Hi, fellow American. Lonnie Stillwagon here. Election time is right around the corner. Won't you support me in my effort to overthrow the American government and set up an absolute monarchy with myself as the figurehead? When you go in and vote, vote for me, Lonnie Stillwagon. Paid for by the American Absolute Monarchy Party.
Hearts.
Flowers.
Bunny rabbits.
Teddy bears.
Babies.
Ponies.
This commercial may not be funny, but at least it doesn't offend anyone. Let's hold hands.
This public service announcement brought to you by the Politically Correct Coalition, raising sensitivity issues throughout the upper middle class, primarily white, college-educated segment of the population for over 8 years.
What? Oh my. Son, where did you learn about that?
I learned it from you, Dad.
Oh, all right then.
Masturbate. It feels good.
You might think you've got insurance, but are you really protected?
People looked at me a little funny when we got the asteroid coverage, but Allegiance showed us the graphs. We saw the numbers. Asteroids kill.
Here at Allegiance Insurance, we make sure you're prepared for the unexpected.
Will we ever be invaded by Canadian terrorists? My Allegiance agent told me point blank. Yes.
I was a little skeptical at first, but then I thought, sure, I could defend myself against a robot attack.
Hold on. The phone rang again, and I may need to...
So visit your nearest...
Well, I didn't need
agent
to
ensure everyone's got the
answer,
model.
so...
But what about offshore mining accidents, leprosy, warlock spells? Are you...
I think they'd have bigger...
participated in a rodeo.
Little did Americans know that they'd have bigger problems than, well, what they just mentioned here to worry about. I didn't see it like this before. Okay, time to put... Oh, wait, what am I saying? I gotta switch systems. And we're back. You know, looking at my little Sailor Moon notebook, I keep thinking, man, I need Sailor Moon pens to go with this. I only have it out because I'm using this to jot down notes for 5th Dementia. Because I want it to be flawless when I play next.
Hi, hello, welcome. What kind of game do you want to play? Network or home?
One of these days I'll do an extra video that will show what will happen if I click network. Because obviously there's no way I can. Not in this
Okay,
day
tell
and
me
age
this.
anyway.
You got a name?
Because they
Hey,
actually
got it.
said that the
Tell me,
technology
you
doesn't
want some
exist
one-on-one
anymore
tutoring?
or to play this game, which is why
Hey,
it wasn't
you know what you're
included
doing.
with
Have a nice
the
alter ego.
26th anniversary of the show.
Choose your alter ego.
I had a feeling it was her. Please let me great outdoors. Please let me great outdoors. Number one things you should a pointy petrol.
You've reached a dimension where high culture and pop
This
culture
isn't great outdoors,
collide.
is it?
Okay, welcome to the Things You Shouldn't Sit On episode. Just to get you
Need
started,
time
couches, chairs, and
next
beds?
few months.
Yes. Wet paint,
They're gonna start
uncles,
playing
laps, and
this on
babies?
its own in
No.
January.
Alright then. Yeah, welcome to You Don't Know Jack. Just me and you this time around, huh? Hey, what does that say that nobody else wanted to hang out with you? Damn, what does it say about me? And we're off. All you have to do now is buzz in and we'll get a value for the next question.
I hate this format.
Let's see what the value of this question is. $27.50. We're calling this one Dead Weight. Put your head between your knees because we're going down. Say you're taking a breather on the Tomb of the Unknowns in Arlington National Cemetery. Which of the following ghosts will not yell at you to move your can? A Vietnam War soldier, a Korean War soldier. Hey, when life gives you lemons, pucker up.
Actually, it wouldn't be Vietnam
picked
now
this
because
one.
that one was.
The Tomb of the Unknowns holds the remains of servicemen from World War I, World War II, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War. Man, they ought to
Because the
rename it
Vietnam
Tomb of
one
the
was
Really Crowded.
identified.
Get a value.
I'm tempted to ask why not do the others
Let's
as
see
well,
how much
but
you can win this time. $4,500. Shake
You know,
hands
they
with really embarrassing
do they
northern
have one for
exposure.
the Afghan and Iraq war
Here's
now?
the question. If Santa Claus has an embarrassing accident, where's the nearest place you can go to get the North Pole removed from his butt? Norway, Iceland, Russia, or Greenland? The closest landmass to the North Pole is, drum roll please, Greenland. Although since Santa pissed off Blitzen at last year's Christmas party, I wouldn't be surprised if the sled accidentally gets lost on the way there. Pick an amount. Here's what you can win on this one. $2,000. Allow me to introduce The King is Dead. Let's hope he open wide. What magazine could 19th century British royalty have read while doing their business on the royal throne? Time, National Geographic, Sports Illustrated. The first National Geographic came out in 1888, making it the only 19th century magazine here. Why, that's almost 80 years before the royal family bought its first can of Royal Glade air freshener. How about a value?
Aw man, 2475.
The value of this question comes to $1,500. Let's see what we got going. That's Mrs. Foghorn Leghorn to you. It's go time. Julia Child soft boils a chicken egg for 3 minutes before eating it. How long would she have to sit on it to hatch it? 7 days, 21 days, 40 days, or 63 days? Judges? Here's the right answer. Chicken eggs hatch in about 21 days, so Julia would have to coddle that egg for, about 3 weeks.
So, the
Then toss that
cartoon
baby in
lied to
batter
me.
and fry it on up. Bite-sized chicken. Pick a value.
Must be this or that
Okay,
time.
then, what do you think about this? $27.50. Now, what did I do with my fly swatter?
Worse.
Greetings. Welcome to Bug Out. Remember, simply buzz in to kill those bugs that don't belong to the set. We're going to be looking at a final round, about $27.50. Okay, everybody sit on the keyboard. We're going in. Spiders, buzz in when you see one that's not.
Fun. Nope. No. That's not a spider, that's a monkey.
Coneheads.
Yeah, that's not a conehead. I would have remembered something like that.
Kinds of knives.
I don't know what that one is. That's a creeper. That's a knife.
Rotten fruit.
It's part of the turnip family, is it not?
Types of dog poop.
Okay, you're just mocking me. Oh.
Kinds of needles. Rhymes with sit.
Oh, electric would have been acceptable. Duh!
Well, what can I say? You were on fire. Nice job. Time to pick a value. For this one, I'll give you $2,000. Coming at you. It's not art unless naked people are involved. Pencils ready. Let's do it. What sign did Da Vinci put up to keep his goofy neighbors from accidentally sitting on the Mona Lisa? Wet pastels, wet oils, wet watercolors. When he painted the Mona Lisa, Da Vinci used oil paints. And judging by the odd grin on Mona Lisa's face, he must have also worn a pair of novelty comedy breasts. Buzz in for the value. Okay, this one's worth $4,250. Here we have Goldilocks and the BBC. Get the wax out of your ears, it's question time. If Goldilocks has been hosting Masterpiece Theater, who might complain that somebody's been sitting in his chair? Goldilocks has been sitting in Alistair Cook's chair. Well, at least maybe now they'll show something more entertaining on that show. Like something about porridge.
No, you'll want Sesame Street for that.
Choose a value.
There actually is a bear family on that show.
Let's see the amount on this one.
Ironically,
$5,000. The category's gonna be hilarious gags and goofers. Okay, let's go. If you sit on a Whoopi Goldberg cushion, what might you hear? I won an Oscar for The Color Purple. I won an Oscar for Ghost. My close, personal friend Whoopi Goldberg won a Best Supporting Actress Oscar for Ghost.
Oh, I know she won for
I'd like to
Ghost.
thank for... I know I've got to hurry up here, so...
Choose an amount.
Must be time
Well,
for
look
a
at the
gibberish
size of this
question.
thing. $11,500. All right, Flesh Butt Spits, I'm poor.
It's time for...
Licorice test run.
Hey, remember, try and solve it quick so you can win more cash. The opening value for this one is $11,500. All right, quit your hailing to the chief and tell me what this rhymes with. Rodham Lust Mitt.
Rodham Lust Mitt. Rodham Lust Mitt. Rodham
Your first clue is, it means both a mess and a mythical trap.
Bottomless pit.
It's a mythical trap from which nothing escapes.
It's not a Roach Motel.
Last clue. If you try to sit on it, you'll fall into oblivion.
I give up. What is it?
Or you could just watch your cash fall into said oblivion. Closing time. Hello! Is anybody there? You seem to have fallen into a bottomless
pit.
The old bottomless pit. A much less desirable fate than the bottomless cup of coffee, and a lot less tasty. Go ahead and pick an amount. Total value for this question is $12.50. This one's called Porto Potty Portfolio. See if you can wrap your skull around this. Because he's not a famous designer of chairs, who can we assume never took a stool sample to a job interview? James Herriot, Thomas Chippendale, Charles Eames, or... James Herriot was a famous veterinarian who wrote novels. He designed no stools.
He's the reason why the show All Creatures Great and Small
exists. And a cow's butt, so he still might have a strong opinion on the subject. Grab a value. Alright, keep an eye on that value, my friend. You're gonna wrestle with a dis or dat. This dis or dat category name is... They shoot cornballs, don't they? Okay, tell you what, I'll read off 7 different names, and you tell me whether each one is the name of a horse. Well, someone's done this before. Here's your 30 seconds. And we're off. Misty Road, Derby or Hee-Haw. Lulu Roman. Ferdinand. Scary Mule Deer. Tim Tam. River Ridge. Mackenzie.
Oh, come on.
Misty Road. That's it. Hey, you only got 3 right, but look at it this way. It's over.
Even seen him.
Well, don't worry about it. I don't think you totally suck. Yet. Pick a value. The reward for this one is $500. The category is giving Mother Earth a boot to the pants. Okay, free your mind. Say Atlas is tired of holding up the Earth. If he gets mad and threatens to kick Earth where the sun don't shine, where and when would he be kicking it? Alaska in June, Australia in December, Antarctica in July, or the equator in March? June in Alaska is about the time of the midnight sun. The sun never sets. It's like one long Monday morning that goes on and on and on until you want to scream. Does this ring a bell? During its winter, the sun doesn't rise on Antarctica, which officially makes it the ass end of the Earth. Value time. Let's see what this one comes to. $3,500. Up next, political booty. Okay, now we have a very, very special guest host for this next question, but I thought we'd try things a little differently than we've done in the past. He is a very prominent political figure who believes he's here to read a question, but instead, I'm actually just going to sit on him, okay?
What?
No, it's okay.
Out of the question.
Okay, here we go.
Get off me! Do you know who I am?
Go ahead.
I was the Prime Minister of Britain after Margaret Thatcher. All
right.
Now get the...
Okay, there we go. I was sitting on...
oxygen.
I'm off, okay? I was sitting on John Major, ladies and gentlemen.
You most certainly were. I say, you Americans are so barbaric.
Really? Well, what are you going to do about it, Brit boy?
Why, I shall sick Queen Elizabeth on you.
Okay, that's not necessary. I'm
Tough
sorry.
guy
Okay,
now?
I'm sorry. Just cool down.
That's what I thought.
Go ahead and choose a value. The amount for this one is $3,500. Well, if it isn't my old friend, Sit Caesar. Eyes forward, we're going. Which of the following games would Julius Caesar and his high-ranking Roman official friends most likely play? Musical bath chairs, musical barrel chairs, musical Morris chairs, or musical Curel chairs? Cold! For the curious, here's the right answer. High-ranking Roman officials sat in these special highfalutin chairs called Curel chairs. Sometimes they played a version of musical chairs in the Colosseum called Don't Be Eaten by the Lion. There were no chairs and no music, but if you sat down, you would get out of the game. Buzz in for your amount. Well, you've made it this far. That's a good sign. All rise. The Jack Attack is now in session. Now you should already know all about this. Let's not waste any more time. Need a clue? Bring me your virgins. And be sure not to sit on them before you get here.
What's in pain? Virgo. Are there even any of those left? Sophia Coppola. She didn't need to act.
Whoa, your fingers must have an IQ of like 1,000,000. Let's see how you jacked up your score. There it is.
I think I've made the high score
Wow,
board.
that was an intense game. That was really thrilling. You were by far the best player we had. Now do me a favor. Look to your left, now look to your right, and repeat after me.
GMFC introduces the Giganto, the ultimate sports utility vehicle.
Man, this is one smooth ride. I can drive over potholes, railroad tracks, foreign compact cars, homeless people sleeping on the street, and I don't even feel a thing. Not even remorse.
The new GMFC Giganto makes defensive driving a thing of the past.
I used to be more cautious when I took my kids to soccer practice, but since I drive the GMFC Giganto, I'm not so worried about paying attention when I drive. I can put on my lipstick, call the girls in my book club, catch a nap.
Safety of Giganto drivers is GMFC's #1 concern.
This car is safe for me and my family. I mean, it's one giant mother freaking car.
With the added height of the GMFC Giganto, it's almost impossible to see the car surrounding you. Kind of makes you feel like you're the only one on the road, you know?
Think you can't afford to drive the GMFC Giganto? You can't afford not to. It's one giant mother freaking car.
Hey, what are you doing? I'm lonely. Are you? Call me. 1-800-HOT-BOTS. Let's go out.
I was up for a night of hot woman on robot action. Well, I got what I wanted. Plus, at the end of the night, my robotic escort really put out.
Give me a call. 1-800-HOT-BOTS. I'm waiting by the phone. Plus, at the end of the night, I really put out.
Yours on, good buddy? Over.
I'm not your buddy. Over.
What? Over.
Don't call me buddy. Over.
Well, why not? Over.
I don't really know you. Over.
Well, I'm a nice guy. Over.
That doesn't make us buddies. Over.
Well, can I call you an acquaintance? Over.
Yeah, that would be okay. Over.
Got your ears on, good acquaintance? Over.
Whoa. I wouldn't say we were good acquaintances. Over.
What? Over.
If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and fry a hen.
He's America's #1 zombie recording artist. He's inspired millions with his words and his voice.
And now, available for the first time on compact disc, you can get all of Zombie Lou's greatest hits, including the heartfelt My Brain Done Left Me, Rainy Day Romance, and the unforgettable classic Rain for the Holidays. You and your loved one will want to listen to this CD again and again as Zombie Lou sings his way into your hearts. Copies are limited, so order now.
Just send $15.95 to the gravestone underneath the old oak tree, St. Peter's Cemetery, New York, New York.
Again with that one.
If you'd like to make a call, please wait until you are driving your sports utility vehicle in heavy traffic.
Do you like steak? Mm-hmm. Do you fancy yourself a conquistador?
Si.
Then come on down to Uncharted Steaks, the restaurant for today's modern explorer. We take only the finest steaks and hide them in the restaurant. It's your job to find these steaks and claim them in the name of taste. But beware, many dangers await you on your mission.
I took a blow dart in the neck, but it was worth it for that juicy steak.
An ornery king beheaded my husband, but hey, what a steak.
My daughter was eaten by a lion. I gotta tell you, that was a great steak.
So come on down to Uncharted Steaks and claim some steak in El Nombre de Gusto.
Are you tired of Italian waiters always pushing the veal?
I'll take the spaghetti.
You should have tried the veal bazaar!
Spaghetti.
Veal!
Spaghetti!
Veal! Well, worry no longer. Thanks to the new book, 1001 Excuses Not to Order the Veal. This handy restaurant companion lists over 1,000 excuses to use when you don't want to order veal. Just listen.
I can't eat veal because I'm from Scandinavia.
I'd order the veal, but it causes my limbs to fall off.
Or come dressed as a calf and try the excuse.
How dare you? I'm not a cannibal.
So order 1001 Excuses Not to Order the Veal and have a pleasant veal-free meal the next time you dine out.
Oh man, longest credit sequence ever.
Everybody in gorilla costumes.
Welcome to VH1's Behind the Song. This week, Black Sabbath.
All right, Iron Man intro auditions, take one.
All right, just go ahead whenever you're ready.
I am Iron Man.
Again, please?
I am Iron Man.
Okay, thanks. Next.
Hi, I'm Iron Man.
All right, thanks. Next.
I am Iron Man.
Next.
I am Iron Man.
Thank you.
I'm Iron Man. Yeah, that's it. Iron Man.
We'll call you.
I am Iron Man.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello, my name is Iron.
Next.
Hi, am I... Wait.
Next.
Hello.
And so it went to the wee hours of the evening.
That's it, man. We're out of people.
I don't know. Maybe we should go instrumental on the beginning.
Excuse me, I'm from the cleaners. I've got your ironing, man.
Wait a minute.
Tune in next week for another episode of VH1's Behind the Song.
Oh, and VH1 was watchable.
Everybody in clown shoes.
He was a general who would become a slave who would become a gladiator who would become a performance artist.
Good afternoon, everybody. I would like to do some of my art for you. I have things from inside that I would like the rest of the world to sort of understand. Wait, whoa, what? No, lions, no lions. I was not anticipating lions in my piece.
Prepare yourself for Gladiator, the artist. This time, his pain is on the inside.
Okay, that should be it for Fifth Dementia. Yeah, I don't think they'll show the thing again. Now to see what will happen if I, let's see what happens with the ride. So it turns out what happens is the game starts over. And now to try to add more booty to the captain's load. So for some reason it feels like this game was made begrudgingly, like they wanted to stop at 5, but there was demand or something, I don't know why. But as you can see here, Jellyvision's on their own. No Sierra, no Berkeley.
Greetings! Permission to come aboard granted. So, who else playing here?
Okay, type in your old name there. Excellent. Hi, your buzzer is the letter B. Okay, fine. Time to set sail. Remember, bring home the loot just like you did on your last voyage. May freedom be riding on your answers. Make me proud.
Guess I won't be getting the 26K question. So, yeah, this is kind of a little sparse. The only people that came back is the old man and Schmitty.
Yeah, welcome to You Don't Know Jack. Just me and you this time around, huh? Hey, what does that say that nobody else wanted to hang out with you? Damn, what does it say about me? Okay, put down the instruction manual. It's time to get started. How about picking a category?
Okay.
Allow me to introduce. Come on over. We'll get plastered. Give me a correct answer, I'll give you $6 grand. Hey, have you heard about this famous groupie that makes plaster casts?
Cynthia Albertson, or should I say the late Cynthia Albertson?
Well, if an artist decided to use watercolor paints on the penis plaster before it dried, which of these media would she be? The term for this method of painting is fresco.
Yes, and what do you call this abstract piece?
This I call Penis of Jimi Hendrix.
I thought it was called the Penis de Milo.
Time to choose a category. May I introduce, pour some sugar on me and call an ambulance. $2,000 at stake on this one. Eyes forward, we're going. What should you swallow after the concert to get the poison out of your system? Ginger, sarsaparilla, ipecac. Good old ipecac.
Like I needed the answer sheet for that.
To induce vomiting. Of course, it's not going to do you much good when you're choking on industrial strength hairspray fumes, now is it? Time to select a category. Open wide and get ready for She Blinded Me with Remedial Science. How does $4,000 sound? See what you can do with this one. If bands at a charity concert would perform according to the order of colors in a rainbow, who would follow Green Day? Indigo Girls, Blue Oyster Cult, Red Hot Chili Peppers, or Black Sabbath?
Didn't I click that? What the heck?
Caught you watching the paint dry. Well, that'll make an exciting story, won't it? And now, Roy G. Bibb! The colors of a rainbow go red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and then Freebird.
They're gonna owe me $4,000
Tell me which category you want. Well, give yourself a round of applause. You've just chosen a dis or dat. The category for this dis or dat question is
it's a both
we ever
one.
Talk about. Alrighty, I'm gonna name 7 devices, and for each one, you need to tell me if it's used to monitor the weather, used to monitor your health, or both. Alright, Charles in charge. You think you know the rules? I'm just gonna put 30 seconds on the clock. And we're off. Barometer, does it measure the weather? Thermometer. Hygrometer. Urinometer. Movie. Last one. In case you didn't notice, that's a perfect score. Here's some cash for you. Did you enjoy that? I sure did. Pick a category. Your category's gonna be Queen's English My Arse. And you pocket $4,000 if you get this one right. One question coming right up. What's a brekkie of bangers and bickies? A parade of cars and bangers and bickies are sausage and biscuits. Just be careful when you order more than one.
Right, I'd like to bang a bickies. Ow! Blimey! What'd I say?
Wanna pick a category? Here we have Bachman captured, Turner still at large. This one's worth 4,000 bucks. Okay, let's go. Which of these is the ultimate survivor story? Man escapes by poking eye of the tiger. Against all odds, man eats own leg. Small boy unhurt, spat out by man-eater. The band Survivor had a big hit with the song Eye of the Tiger. For some reason, their follow-up single, Nose of the Water Buffalo, never really hit the charts. Go ahead and pick one of these. All rise. The Jack Attack is now in session. Hey, well, you can't wait any longer. No problem. Here's your clue.
Well, there's no
Where you heading?
sheet
Can
there.
you give me a lift? I'll just throw my amp in the back.
No, that's... Highway to Hell. No. Something he could have done on Sesame. Abbey Road. Close enough. Horse phoning. No. No.
Nicely done. Nicely
Oh, so we don't get to go back to that other one?
That's the game. Wow, that was an intense game. That was really thrilling. You were by far the best player we had. Now do me a favor. Look to your left, now look to your right, and repeat after me.
You don't know Jack!
And now I've made it impossible for me to keep it going, as it were.
They're cute and cuddly, but can they be trusted and should they be feared? Your 3-year-old, friend or enemy? Tonight.
Have you ever loved someone so much that it hurt? Have you ever laughed so hard that it hurt? Did you ever want a new pony so much that it hurt? Hi, I'm Dr. Hanson McDew, inventor and sole practitioner of the Humane Death Device. If you suffer from pain of any kind, and you can't stand it anymore, I will kill you for a small charge. Other so-called death doctors will only kill you if you have a major debilitating illness. It's so ridiculous that people like you can't choose when you want to die. I will kill you, and I will do it today if you'd like. I've got appointments available 24 hours a day in my dungeon. Don't let that metaphorical pain eat away at you any longer. Call now. Die now. It's your time.
Hello, I'm Josie Hartwood, and I'm speaking to you on behalf of the Taiki Shoe Company. Each day, millions of kids around the world go without proper shelter or nutrition. If you could buy just one pair of Taiki shoes, you can help support one child for a month at one of our Taiki care centers around the world.
Gather round for the daily activity.
Yeah! 15 hours a day, 7 days a week, your Taiki child will receive shelter in our care center and learn valuable life skills.
I made a shoe!
Get back to work!
Ouch!
At the end of the day, your child will receive the Taiki care package because of your support.
Yay! 50 cents!
So I beg you, America, please help out, whether it be with our Taiki Cross training sneakers or our brand new Lady Taiki line. You can make a difference.
Taiki Shoes. We do it. And now, tips from America's laid-off workers.
Don't make my mistake. If you get laid off and they offer you Cobra, make sure it's the kind that's all capital letters, and not a poisonous snake.
Walk a mile in the shoes you've stolen from their limp feet and bodies. Laid off workers, speak out! Fear, half-truths, bait-and-switch tactics. Why are newscast promos so sensational? And could they kill you? Tonight.
Alrighty. Oh well. This concludes my Jackathon this year. If anything is off sync, I apologize. Thank you for watching.